There we go. Okay. Okay, just had to make sure everything was set. I always normally forget something. The mic is muted or something. But it's also great to be back on the Lone Wolf channel. It's been some time. It has been some time. I think the last upload was about 3 weeks ago, and I do apologize to everybody. I have been on the Your Crypto Daily channel for quite some time, but it's definitely back. It's definitely nice to be back with the community. Volatility, thank you so much for tuning in. Johnny, awesome to see you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it's been some time. I'm definitely excited about it. Mr. Kitty, always just looking handsome as ever. So for today, we're really just going to be talking on how to get started within cryptocurrency and the stock market. The biggest thing is going to be becoming profitable. I know a lot of people ask, how do I become a full-time day trader or make it my full income or however. And there's really a lot of routes that you can go. You don't have to be in the market 24/7. I've touched on this so many times before. I mean, you can have a full-time job and day trade. It's definitely possible. The more sources of income that you have, of course, the better. Bulls, awesome to see you, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's definitely nice to be here with everybody. It's been quite some time, but I'm really excited about it. I truly am. And then if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. I love being able to conversate with everybody, getting a take on what everyone thinks about going on within really any investing outlet, stock market, cryptocurrency, foreign exchange, however. I just like to see, what's on everyone's mind. So with that said, let's roll the intro. Still wondering what hair gel you use. Right now I think it's Axe hair gel. I do use a special type of hair gel that I get from the barber, but I ran out of that, and I do need to get my hair cut. It's getting pretty bad right now. So I got some weird swoosh going on right here. I don't even know what that is. I guess that's kind of cool. I think the thing is now people just kind of shave everything, and they have this, kind of like the Slim Jim guy. I think that's kind of what people are going for. So let's go ahead and we will start. Let's just start with, one thing I want to mention, which I don't know why this did. So Digiware is our guest of honor tonight. I don't say this to anybody, but definitely a brilliant guy. He knows what he's talking about. He's from SPECTRE Security. That's the coin that he owns. And very brilliant guy. He knows what he's talking about. He has a background in security. And there's the sirens. That's the benefit of living near Baltimore. So he definitely has an amazing background in security. He knows what he's talking about. Has helped me a lot in this venture of cryptocurrency. It definitely wouldn't be as far as I am without him. So very grateful. He'll be speaking later. So if anyone has any questions whatsoever in regards to his coin or really anything whatsoever, just go ahead and post it in the comments. Yeah. No wonder the women flock to you, Axe. Yeah. There's Digi, how's it going? Yeah, no, be back in a bit. Sounds good. Yeah, Axe is, once the hair grows out like crazy, I just gotta, it's really toxic. It sticks in your hair and then it takes a week to get out. So it's working for me right now. All right, so regarding getting started in cryptocurrency, well, cryptocurrency and even the stock market, there's a huge learning curve that comes along with it. There are a lot of similarities when it comes to cryptocurrency if you were starting in the stock market. As far as the Japanese candles, is basically the psychology of the trader. If you're in the stock market, you know how the candles work, you know the formations, you know the indicators. It's the same thing within cryptocurrency. their psychology is not going to change because you're going from one market to the other. The time frames may differ. When I'm in the stock market, I'm looking at the minute candles. In cryptocurrency, I'm looking at the hour and mostly the daily candles. Sometimes the volume isn't as high within cryptocurrency, so looking at the minute candles really doesn't give me any information that I need, opposed to the hour or the daily candles. So that's one big thing. Now, starting with the basics as far as exchanges. So let me go ahead. I'll bring up, let's see. There we are. Now let me move over a little bit. Okay, so this is Bittrex. This is one of the many exchanges out there. The thing that you want to remember when it comes to exchanges, they're not as regulated as the stock market. There are, I mean, if you've seen anything in the news about any type of scams or, you know, basically like an exit of some sort, one day the exchange could be there and the next day they could be gone with all your money and you're just kind of out of the loop. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of how the way it is with cryptocurrency at the moment. And just got it. So master no rewards. That's another thing that we'll touch on. I just got another master no reward. I always love seeing those. So with the exchanges, you always want to be very careful. Now, when it comes to exchanges, a lot of people don't understand that people that create these coins, they want to get on exchanges, of course. It's just the same thing with IPOs. Like Uber's about to launch their IPO, and Lyft just launched theirs probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago or however. And that's how they get placed on the exchange. Now, with these coins and even tokens that want to get placed on these exchanges, there is a lot of money these exchanges want, and they're not going off of US dollars. You know, within cryptocurrency, there really isn't so much of a US dollar. A lot of people within cryptocurrency oppose looking at stuff with the US dollar, so they go off of Bitcoin. A lot of these exchanges want Bitcoin to be listed. I know it varies from 0.1 Bitcoin, which is about $500, to 10 Bitcoin, which is about $50,000, $55,000. So that's the one thing that you want to look at when you're looking at a coin is what exchanges are they on. You just have to be very patient with the developer. A lot of people want the results to happen immediately, but that's really not the route that it goes within cryptocurrency as it does with the stock market. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. Very happy to be here with everybody. Now, one thing that I know Ford is, and we could actually bring that up. Let me go ahead. So this is Bitcoin, but I'll bring up, if I remember, oh, it's F. I don't know why I thought it was something else. So Ford had, I mean, we can even see it right here. They had a huge push up. Basically their sales, you know, it came out for the report came out. Their sales were doing amazing. We see this huge push up. Before then, I actually know someone that invested in Ford back in 2000 and I believe it was 17. The reason they invested in it is because Ford pays out dividends. And it's basically a small amount of money that's given to a stockholder just saying, hey, thanks for investing in Ford. We love you a long time, or something like that. But the downside is, and as we can see, moving all the way back. Now this is the daily, so I mean we're pushing all the way back here, but there really isn't that big of a range on this movement. I mean, even if we're looking at the daily, I mean we're going from 950 all the way to 927. I mean that's really not day trading material, but a lot of people like the dividends. Make sure I'm keeping up with the chat. Now, within the cryptocurrency spectrum, dividends would be equivalent to proof of stake or masternodes. A lot of people don't know that if you hold a certain amount of coins, then you get a certain amount of coins for free, basically. You do nothing. You just hold in your wallet. You have a secure internet connection, which basically everyone does nowadays. If it's dial-up or Wi-Fi, I always go with dial-up, you know, just to be on the safe side. But there's a certain amount that you just get for free. Now with masternodes, which I hold a good amount for SPECTRE security, which Digi's the owner, we'll be speaking with him later, I get a certain amount of coin for just holding a masternode. I had to put a certain amount of collateral to it. So in SPECTRE's case, it's 25,000. And then I believe it's twice a day. It always varies, being that we don't go off days and minutes and hours and however. In the cryptocurrency world, we go off of block times. So it could be, 1440 blocks is about a minute, going off a day in minutes, 1440. If it has a block time of 1.5, however. So you get free coins, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And it is equivalent to dividends. Now, the thing that's kind of holding Ford back is it pays dividends. That's the exact opposite of cryptocurrency. Because Ford pays out dividends, instead of them holding that money, now there's two ways you could look at it. They're holding the money and they're giving it to the stockholders. Cool. That's fine. But they're not reinvesting it into what they have. Yes, there's a certain amount of earnings that will go to, Ford production, however, and also have to pay the payrolls, but they're giving it to the stockholders. They're not reinvesting it into the company. Now, some people could say, well, they're giving it to the stockholders, so they're not giving it to their executives, which is perfectly fine. It's understandable. But again, they are giving it out. They're not reinvesting it. With cryptocurrency, there's two ways. You can either go proof of stake, which is you get free coins basically for having internet connection, or proof of work, which is if you look at Bitcoin or Litecoin, you've heard the Bitcoin miners. It's basically you have the internet connection, you have to run a program, and then it takes a lot of electricity and a lot of money up front. Yeah, interview coming up. Nice. So yeah, the big thing on that is you get free coins for doing nothing. I believe it, and that's the amazing thing with masternodes, is masternodes you don't have to have an internet connection. So I could turn off my computer, I could, do whatever I do. That's of course legal. And then when I come back to my computer, then when I turn it on, all these rewards just flow into my wallet. It's amazing. With proof of work, granted, it has to be consistently running. So that's one thing that I definitely want to highlight. I've actually heard other people, volatility trading is definitely one of them, asking, did you quit trading? Do you trade anymore in the stock market? What's going on? You probably blew up your account. I knew you sucked. Or however, he didn't say that. He's a great guy. Definitely check him out on YouTube. But no, that's not the case. The case is I've been working in the cryptocurrency realm basically nonstop. I mean, it's equivalent to a full-time job just because I know the potential that it has. We all saw what happened in 2017. Bitcoin went up to $20,000. And I foresee it occurring in the very near future. And that's basically what I'm working towards. Additionally, I'm working on certain projects that will be released, upcoming. There's no concrete news right now, but that's basically what I've been doing. I have students in the stock market as well. I don't know if Adam's with us right now. Phenomenal day trader. So he sends me basically every day. He'll send me an update of how he's doing. And it's phenomenal. I mean, he's been in the stock market for about 3 months. I've been mentoring for about a month now, and his accuracy is about 90%. I think he's almost to 80% within his account. I mean, it's odd how great he's doing, But he's a very intelligent guy, so very happy for him. Adam, awesome, nice to see you, man. Definitely thanks for tuning in. And very impressed. Wow. That was not the case with me when I started in the stock market. So everyone has their own, I guess, their learning curve when it comes to understanding the stock market. Really figuring out your technique that works for you. Don't go with the technique that everyone else does. Don't do that, If you do that, then you're just going to get caught up in what everyone else is thinking. I know when I was a momentum trader, of course, when a coin went up 100%, everyone said it's going to go to the moon. Let's go ahead and pre-order our Lambos while we're at it. But that's just not how it works. There's always going to be someone taking profits. We even saw that with Bitcoin. One thing I want to touch on is, let me see if I can bring it up. So I actually sent out this tweet, probably, 20 seconds, so about a week ago. Someone had messaged on Twitter. Now, there are people that tag me in different tweets, and that's awesome. They like me to see what they're doing or whatever it could be. But this one individual, I saw that they just tagged the Twitter name, the Lone Wolf Twitter name, and, I was, what's going on? So I clicked on it, and someone had sent out a message of, who do you think the best cryptocurrency trader is? And he tagged me as being the best, which that's, wow, I never thought someone would ever think that highly of me. So, I said, okay, cool. Yeah, no, all right. So if you did something nice for me, I'll do something nice for you too. So I said, this individual really made my day. Thank you for that. I'm going to put out an alert. I normally don't do trading alerts. Now, this is something that I could do because, I'm always posting different analysis on really every crypto. But, I said, cool, you do something nice. So I said, spoiler alert, watching Bitcoin on the daily. As discussed within the live stream that occurred last weekend, Bitcoin was basically retesting this high that occurred. I said, for it going up, if there's not a false break that occurs, basically right here would be a false break, if you can see that. Then we have a pullback. If false break doesn't occur, then we're breaking 5,500. So I posted this out, let everyone know, hey, if this what happens, it's going to break 5,500. And, just doing something nice for someone that did something nice for me. So I posted this, and then an hour later, we actually had this huge push up right here. So I posted it when it was down here. About an hour later, we pushed up, and this isn't actually as high. It went up to about 5,700. So I did a screenshot 5,600. So hopefully, as I said, the candlesticks don't lie, of course. The trend was holding, and that's one thing that I was looking at. So someone did something nice for me. I did something nice in return. Recently, I have been doing a few more trading alerts as we go, but really just comes down to understanding the different patterns, the trend lines, and then that's how you're able to basically foresee this. I mean, I posted that out an hour before it even occurred. So I did add to my Bitcoin position before this break did happen. Now, it wasn't a great amount. It's not like I had margin attached to it. It wasn't through Bittrex, so I didn't have any type of buying power attached to it. But it still added before it pushed up. Now, of course, it has come back down. It's starting to consolidate. But there were a lot of people that are taking profits right after this push of breaking 5,500. It was a big mental resistance. All right. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, that's really one big thing you want to look at when it comes to being profitable. And this isn't only in cryptocurrency. I mean, this is the stock market as well. This is equivalent to being a swing trader. You have day traders. As you see with volatility, you see with Garage Day Trader, even Adam is a day trader, but you also have swing traders. Those are the ones that are looking at more of a scope, not just the 1 or 5 minute candles. They're looking at the hourly or the daily or however. So understanding that, we covered mining and staking, and then masternodes are like dividends. Ford is a good example. But again, with Ford, it holds back their stock growing to the amount that it could. Bring it back over. I mean, this is very minimal movement. Yes, we had this push up to over $10. Now, it being over $10, technically, if it's over $10, 95% of industrial traders will look at it. However, with Ford, the scope of the movement is just so minimal, and their flow of stock, like the flow of the shares, is just out of this world. That's why it isn't a day trading. A lot of day traders are going to be looking for the ones that have low flow. The low flow would be how many shares are available to the public. So as you see these penny stocks, you see these day trading chat rooms or however, they're keying in on these penny stocks because there's not a large float to them. You could easily buy 10,000 shares and it's going to shoot through the roof. With Ford, you probably need to buy 10 or 20 billion shares. I mean, that's not realistic, but around that area for it to even get a slight movement to it. So yes, I'm happy for Ford. More likely it will consolidate above the 10, but there definitely will be a pullback coming in the near future. Being profitable within the stock market, you want to look at your risk and your reward. So let me go ahead and see if I can find this. All right, so this is a tweet that we put out. This is actually looking at Bittrex right here. We spotted right here, there is a support at the 7,000. So 7,000 isn't the amount that it is. It's down to Satoshis, and volatility always makes fun of me when I say that. But Satoshi is breaking down. You have a full Bitcoin, and every slight piece of a Bitcoin is called a Satoshi. The way that you figure a Satoshi is bring up the calculator. So we'll just say Bitcoin's 5,000. It's a little higher than that. But then you just multiply it by right there. 7 zeros and a 1, and that's going to give you 1 Satoshi. So 1 Satoshi is 4 zeros and a 5 of the US dollar. So that's one way you could figure it out if you're looking at a cryptocurrency and it's currently listed at 20 Satoshi, and then you just multiply by 20, and that's how the price it is in US dollars per coin or token, whichever one you're looking at. I'm primarily looking at coins when I look at something that I'd like to invest in the cryptocurrency realm. But I do hold tokens. I have District OX. I actually did a video on this back in January. It has a very nice support at 1 cent. And I can actually just bring that up real quick. So DNT. So we'll bring it right here. So bringing it down, 1 cent's about in this area. So we can go ahead, zoom in slightly. So about in this area, 1 US cent. So as you see, we have this, I mean, it kept on touching it. We have push, we have inverted cup and handles basically, but they kept failing. They broke through. Now, when I said this video, it was actually around the 24th of January. So we're in this area. I told myself if it breaks 1 cent, I'm going to add to my position. As you can see right here, it broke 1 cent and pushed back up. And I added slightly to the position, but not as much as I should have. And then, of course, you know, it wants to ramp up on me. So that's awesome. But I have been adding to the position because I have such a small stop loss. I mean, right now we're at, you know, 1.5 cents. That's really nothing because I'm only risking 0.5 cent for a possible push up of, you know, it went up to about 52 cents into 2017 push. So risking 0.5 cent for, you know, about 50 cents in profit, you know, I could definitely do that. Now, with that said, oh, wow. Okay, so my analysis did better than I kind of thought. So, so when the tweet that I sent, or Lone Wolf Day Trading sent, we're a group, however, we said that there's a support line. It's at 7,000 Satoshis. This is going to be a beautiful support for shorters. Shorters are going to see this, but also dip buyers are going to see this. Yes, we had this huge push up. We have this pullback. We have a double bottom. Both of these candles on a daily are 7,000 Satoshi. Dip buyers, and it's the same thing in the stock market. You have the same mentality. Stock market, cryptocurrency, it's basically the same thing when it comes to the psychology of where people want to profit, where they want to get in, you know, out. However, I said, okay, so currently we're looking at it, boom, 7,000. Yes, the support is there at 7,000, but shorters are going to want to break it. This is also, you know, it's a good dip buy, especially if it wants to hold this trend line. Posted this about, I don't know, what, an hour ago? So posted within about an hour ago, and now look where we're at. So, yeah, definitely excited about that. I didn't think it'd push up as fast as it did, but it's nice because we look at it right here, we're actually above the EMA indicator. So being above the EMA also creates a support. We have the support of the double bottoms, but then we also have the support created by this EMA. So as you can see, this candle that formed is sitting on the EMA indicator. Now, one thing I do like is, yes, we push above this candle. Our next obstacle is going to be breaking over this candle right here. So the high of this one's about 75.59, and we're currently at 75.20. I'd hate for this to have a false break and then it pushes back down. However, if it does push down, we still do have this trend line. So holding the trend line is very important. A lot of people ask, you know, why do you have the trend line, or however. It's just creating a momentum that's a healthy growth. There's always going to be pullbacks. There's always going to be some type of, you know, huge overscale like right here. But as long as we have that trend line, we have an idea of, yes, this is still a positive trade. It still has a very healthy growth. A lot of people would be looking at it, and then as soon as they see a pullback, they say, okay, forget it. You know, it's going, you know, I don't know, somewhere. But, you know, as long as it has that pullback, holds a trend line, we're good to go. So very excited. Hopefully someone saw this and went along with the analysis that was created, because they would definitely be in profit right now. If anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. You know, knowing the variables is another thing of being profitable. Within the stock market, there's not as many variables that I look for. Of course, people are going to look at the float. You know, that's one variable. They're going to look at, is there any earnings that are coming up? Within cryptocurrency, there's a lot more variables that I look at. I look at the max supply. That's the biggest, definitely the biggest by far that I look at. Now, when it comes to like intraday trading, I'm not really focused on that too much. But with long term, I want to know, does this coin have 16 bazillion, if that was a number, coins? You know, because if it does, then that's a large supply. Or does it have a small amount and it's currently growing? Now, with proof of stake, you know, proof of work, the coin supply is always going to grow. But is it going to be just this? Oh, let me look at this right now. Oh, so we're actually pushing up and we're about to break over this candle right now. So hopefully someone looked at the analysis and took it. So the thing is, when I create these analysis, I'm not showcasing it as like I'm a god trader and don't look my way because I'm too good for you, or like some people have this mentality for some odd reason. You know, it's really just to benefit people and give them an idea of what I'm looking at. I'm just like everyone else. You know, I start from somewhere. I had a learning curve just like everyone else does. But with all the experience, all the thousands of hours that I put into this, good Lord, there's a certain way that I view it that may slightly be different, or maybe there's a variable that I'm looking at that maybe someone else isn't really looking at. So it's really just giving, okay, we actually just broke over this candle. So that's kind of cool. You guys got to see that live. I thought it was going to go up, but not this quick. So that's really awesome. Hopefully someone took that trade and was able to profit along with it. Basic Attention Token is one that is very important just because it's on Coinbase. Coinbase is the app that you just get on your phone, you can buy some Bitcoin, and cool, we're all happy. Now the thing is, when the 2017 spike occurred, not everyone knew about exchanges. Not everyone knew about this whole thing right here. People just heard that, oh yeah, there's an app called Coinbase. Oh, I can buy Bitcoin there and become a billionaire. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll go there. So being that it's actually listed on Coinbase gives it a huge advantage because that's where these new traders are going to immediately go to. It's very easily accessible. You don't have to send in a bunch of paperwork and documentation, all this crazy stuff like you do with a lot of exchanges. You just download the app and boom, you're able to buy whatever. And that's another reason that I'm actually investing in District OX. It's currently on Coinbase Pro, but it's not on the application yet. Once it drops on the application, I'm sure there's going to be a good amount of momentum that's going to rush into the market or however. All right, any questions anyone has? I feel like I talked through a speech there, so sometimes I just get on these speeches and I go for hours, and next thing I know it's midnight. I'm like, how did we get here? But somehow we got there. So any questions whatsoever? Any coins that you're looking at? Any advice on anything? Just let me know. So go ahead and bring up, let's see what else we had. So see, we covered the Bitcoin movement. Boom, we had profits there. Then we just covered this. People are definitely taking some profits. Now the thing is, this is a very low price coin at the moment, or token. I don't know why you want to call it a coin, it's a token. But if you buy a large amount of them, of course, you're going to have a good amount of movement. DNT, same thing. Yeah, it's only about a cent, but at one time, and we can even go to Coinbase or CoinMarketCap, it was up to 52 cents at the all-time high. So definitely excited about that, especially since it only has 1 million. The way that I view it, or I'm sorry, it has 1 billion. The way I view it is I like to see the max supply that equates out to about 1 billion, just because in 2017, a lot of the altcoins, which it's not like it's other than Bitcoin. So, you know, if we're looking at just smaller price coins or tokens or however, those moved up to about 1 billion as far as their market cap. So when I'm looking at this and I see, okay, it has 1 billion max supply. Okay, if it hits $1, then it's going to be a billion, which is easily feasible because a lot of the other coins went up to around that range. We look at experience points. I keep on naming that because that was one that I was looking at the time. It's easily that this could go up to $1. And then, of course, with the next break, if Bitcoin breaks 20,000, goes up to, a lot of people are saying 60,000. That's a number that they're just generating from wherever. It's an easily feasible number. So this could easily be $1. And then that's one thing that I'm looking at when it comes to SPECTRE security. You know, not to put Digi on hold for too long. So if anyone has any questions whatsoever, but SPECTRE security is a coin that I'm highly invested in. This is one of my top coins that I'm invested in right now. Amazing project, active team. That's very important, active team. We can easily just reach out to the developer of these different coins and tokens. It's not like the stock exchange where you wouldn't be able to contact the executive people on the board. I mean, I guess you could try, but they're not going to care what you say. So easily accessible to reach out to developers and, you know, however. Excuse me. But yeah, with SPECTRE security, amazing project. If anyone has any questions, we will actually go ahead and push it over to Digi. Let me go ahead and bring up the SPECTRE security. I think my computer's about to come alive. Okay. All right, Digi, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
Okay, cool. Let me adjust the volume real quick. Okay, cool. All right. I think we are good. Just had to adjust that. All right, doing well, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, cool. All right, if everyone, just making sure the audio is good, everyone can hear. I always had difficulty with this part. So yeah, I currently have the SPECTRE security website up right now. Just looking at the homepage, as far as again, the team is very active. This is something that I touched on earlier. And we can even take a look at the roadmap. So the roadmap is basically showing everything that is laid out just to give the investor an idea of, what, the future has to bring. And we can see a lot of it's completed, and even stuff that like July, there's something in progress. We're not even near July basically. So that really just shows how active the team is. And that's definitely a great add-on. So as far as, really anything that you have for us, Digi, I know the halving is coming up at 25,000 or 125,000 blocks. I know a lot of people may not be familiar with what a halving is. I know I've advocated for it when it comes to Bitcoin. When the halving occurs, there's normally a pump in the price, and definitely for a good reason. So I know the halving's coming up. Is there really anything else that you'd like to add?
Well, the halving is coming up at block 125,000, so that'll be in less than 4,000 blocks.
Okay.
So the reward is going to be basically dropped to 225. Right now, we're just we patched up. We're getting closer to the block, trying to make sure that everybody's on the same chain, same software. So we're just kind of riding out the next week and a half and seeing how it goes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. I know there's been, definitely a lot of word on Twitter, all the different social medias in regards to getting everyone prepared for it. As we see with Bitcoin, the halving occurred in 2012, halving occurred in 2016. We have the next one coming up next year. And as we can see, a year after that, there's always this huge momentum push. Bitcoin broke the high in 2013. Broke it again in 2017, and then I always advocate 2021 is definitely the year to look at. So with having a SPECTRE, the reward is going to be lower, as you mentioned. People aren't going to be getting the amount of coin back, so a lot of people are going to resort to the exchanges to basically make up that amount of coin that they're not getting in rewards anymore.
That's the game plan.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The closer we get to it, we see some different activity picking up.
Okay,
a lot of buys and sells going on.
Yeah, I saw that. Jeez. Yeah, I keep on telling everyone, because a lot of people question, of course, coming from a stock market day trading background, why the peak of interest in the cryptocurrency market. And it's just that the volatility is definitely there. At the point of Bitcoin hitting the all-time high, the overall market, the overall cryptocurrency realm was valued at almost $1 trillion. It's 836 billion or however. So it's funny that a lot of people say, cryptocurrency is not staying here. It's just a fad or whatever people say. But when an industry is valued at almost $1 trillion, I don't see that going anywhere. I can't think of a lot of things that are valued that greatly that just vanished into midair. So with SPECTRE security, I know that again, it's kind of iterated in the name that security is the top priority, and with anyone that has an internet connection, security is the top priority. And the thing with SPECTRE, and I'm sure you can touch on this, Digi, is coins that are created, they look to SPECTRE security to bring them basically peace of mind, to ensure that there's not any gaps in really anything security related. you would hate for your project to get compromised and you lose everything. So SPECTRE security is basically the coin, the project that holds this all together.
One of the biggest things that we try to get out to people is that it's security in a lot of different places. There's no one single bullet for it. Usually it's through building in layers, controlling what goes on. That's really where we get the best benefit from security.
Okay. Yeah, and I see that there's masternode sales currently going on.
Yeah, we have masternode sales going on.
Okay.
Right now, we're encouraging people to pick those up on the exchange, just to help us get the traffic and volume.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I personally hold a good amount of masternodes. You know, I mean, Digi knows that it's just amazing to come back to the desktop, open up everything, and then these rewards just pile into the wallet. For basically just, I mean, you do nothing really now. And of course, Digi can always touch on in more depth than I can, but masternodes are creating basically the verification process. They're there to ensure any transaction that takes place in the blockchain is verifying it, and that's the reason you're getting at this payout. It's not just because coins are coming out of midair. It's for even with the proof of staking. That's the reason that you're getting these rewards, is to ensure that the blockchain is staying healthy with all the transactions that are taking place.
Well, masternodes are really good for a lot of different concepts. One, to have a masternode, the reward is a little bit more frequent.
Okay.
So that's an advantage to the person who holds the masternode. To get a masternode, you have to lock a certain amount of coins. That's in benefit of everybody else on the chain. Because those coins are locked, it can't go to an exchange to be sold or off to some other place.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a good time to have masternodes because we're at 50-50. So
okay.
It block 125, the reward switches again, and we'll be at 50%, 50%.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so the more time that goes on, the more reward is going to be pushed to the masternode holders.
Correct. We give the people that have the funds that are locked that can't go to market, we reward them for that. And over the course of time, we figure there's going to be smaller amount of them versus the proof of stake people. So we adjust it so the reward is benefiting masternodes versus POS. I mean, we still give POS 20% at the end. That's better than a bank account 3%.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, so I'm looking at the wallet development activity right now. So of course we have the three basic wallets. We have the Windows, the OS X, but I'm actually looking at the mobile. So mobile coming soon. The mobile wallet is something that is very desired for any investor. I mean, that's just an amazing add-on. For the mobile wallet, I'm just personally excited about it. I keep on mentioning it to Digi about the mobile wallet. That's just awesome. Being able to actually venture out of not having to go to your desktop, looking at how many coins you have, doing everything from there, but actually having on your mobile. This is something that a lot of coins don't create, or maybe not even have the resources to do so. So that's really cool that you have a mobile wallet coming soon.
The mobile wallet should be available first on Android.
Okay.
The iOS version will have to go through Apple's approval process.
Got it.
And the web wallet as well is pretty near done.
Okay, very nice. And then we see the exchanges. So it's currently on 4 exchanges.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah. So I personally go through Findbox or FindXbox. That's the one that I go through. Definitely a lot of volume within that market. So that's the one that I go to. But granted, there are the other ones as well. And then the roadmap, I mean, just to touch on it again, that's amazing. That just shows how active that this team is. I mean, even starting in progress in July. I mean, we haven't even touched July. We haven't touched June. We haven't even touched May. And, everything's in progress. So that's one thing that's you really want to look for is, yes, in 2017 when Bitcoin hit the all-time high, these altcoins came out of nowhere. And, of course, I know everyone wants President Trump coin as much as the next guy. But, having a team that is very active within a bear market just shows that they're not going anywhere. There are a lot of coins that created in 2017. Everyone was getting the Lambos or however, and then they just fell off the face of the earth when everything died down. So definitely, big props to the SPECTRE security team for being so active, especially ahead of schedule. That's definitely amazing to see. We have the team here. Okay, then we also have the frequently asked questions. So anyone can really go here to see any questions that they have. I mean, how do you stake coins? That's actually a big question that people have within cryptocurrency is how do I stake my coins? Now with actually having a masternode compared to staking your coins, there's a little bit of difference there. Do you want to touch on that, Digi?
Well, one second, I just got a cough here. I'm just gonna move myself real quick. Hold on. All right. So the POS reward is split into two rewards.
Okay.
A portion of the reward goes to the master node, and a portion of it actually goes to POS.
Okay.
But it both comes from like the same reward pool. With the master node, we find that you're going to stake probably about 3 times a day, about 21 times a week. To get that kind of staking in POS, you got to have really around minimum 20,000 coins.
Okay.
So it's a little under a master node. That's to stake that input like once a day.
Okay.
So when you look at the ratio of POS to masternode payments, you'll see that the masternode payments come far frequently.
Okay.
Of course, with the masternode, there's an additional, you add VPS, so that's a cost. You don't need that if you're staking.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of push and pull on either side, a little bit of pro and con.
Very true. And again, yes, for the master nodes, you need the VPS, but with the VPS, that gains you the ability not to have to be attached to the desktop or to have it running 24/7. Of course, I turn off my computer at the end of the day, so having the master node still running when the computer is off is just beautiful to me. I'm looking at the rewards, the programs, online projects, Digi. I see the faucet, we have all these different games, and then I see the game of life. Is that something new to the project, or?
Yeah, so the game of life is a browser-based Sims kind of GTA browser, like virtual world game. You can buy a number of things: house, car, you can buy weapons, you can fight each other, race each other. There's a casino where you can go, and you can actually get SPECTRE at the casino.
Okay, yeah.
Here on your screen, you have properties. You can get your income.
Yeah.
And then you go to purchase all sorts of things.
Yeah, I just got some revenue from that. I had to take that real quick. So
the lottery is for VIP players.
Okay.
And every day there's a lottery. A random person is chosen as VIP that gets SPECTRE security point.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Here you can see I won the most lottery.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, I see that.
And it's just a way to reward people who are VIP.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
There are also certain weapons and vehicles and properties that you can only get if you're VIP.
All right, yeah, I'm looking at the, let's see what we got. So, okay, vehicles. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through right now just to see. Okay, we got the cars here. So these scale up to like supercars, right?
Yeah, they keep going all the way to the right. The last one is usually the best car.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the Tesla in there. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is, oh, the GTR. Oh my goodness. One day, one day I'll get there. One day I'll get there. Don't
You
worry.
can go look at other players' properties.
Okay, so we can scope out everything that you have.
Yep.
Okay, so we go over to leaderboards. Click on yours.
Yep.
Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. All right. Too fast, too furious over here.
What, you don't like my car?
no, no, I like it. That's the top vehicle in the game, huh?
Yep.
Okay, very nice, very nice.
There's going to be a private jet in that hangar soon.
Oh, all right, okay.
I'm thinking about putting in a stealth bomber.
Nice. Okay. So, let's see. Max said hello. How you doing, Max? Good to see you. Throw Punch Coin said, hey, Digi. Let's see. So Max said, can you show us your full office setup in another video later? Yeah, I can definitely do that. So I'm kind of disappointed today. I bought the 65-inch, just the amazing, ultra high def, all that crazy jazz, to put above the fireplace, and then the guy canceled on me and said he's doing it tomorrow. So that's kind of upsetting. I really wanted to get the whole virtual reality going on, but that's fine. So yeah, with the office, I'm actually probably going to add a monitor. I currently have 2 monitors, but I can do a video on that sometime. It's nothing crazy like the Garage Day Trader. I think he has like 6 monitors or something wild. So I don't get too crazy with it, but yeah, I could do a video. I actually have the PlayStation right here. So yeah, I could definitely do something on that. Now for the online game, yeah, I love this. This is very awesome. I'm definitely trying to work my way up to your status, but it might take me a little bit of time to get there.
Well, it's fun. And you can actually, if you go to the casino,
All right, the casino, okay.
you land on the SPECTRE. It's kind of like, sometimes it's like obnoxious amounts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And sometimes you get the RNG robbery going on.
Oh, okay.
You really need money or gold, but the only thing you can get is energy and health. It's just like, you curse the crypto gods.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so Johnny says, how much does it cost for a basic security setup from Spectre Team? The starting price, and what do you get with the package?
I have no idea. I was nowhere that we offer a basic security setup.
I think he's referencing, like, if someone reached out to you and they said, hey, can you do some diagnostic on my project to see if there's any type of, maybe something, I don't know, a gap in the security or anything like that. Is there a price that goes along with it, or is it just a case by case at that point?
A lot of it's case by case, with the
Okay.
exception from web scanning.
All right.
And web app scanning, we can do pretty cheap.
Okay.
It's one of those case by case things that people should just come talk to us about what their needs are.
Okay. Are
We
we?
find that while people have a decent idea
Okay.
about what their needs might be, we see sometimes where some things get left out.
Okay, so I know Spectre Security. You guys have a shop.
That's correct.
Okay, so let me go ahead and bring up the shop. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we have Block Explorer installation. That's very important. Online shop installation. So you guys handle a lot of the, I guess, the installation for anyone that's trying to create or to launch their own project.
Yeah, so if somebody wants to have their own online shop that takes multiple cryptos,
Okay.
then we can provide them a path to that. And that can be anybody from the people who are developing a coin, even down to a person who's just a community member. Because you can
Okay.
open up your own shop and take a crypto. I mean, that's just kind of supporting your crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. So within your shop, I'm sure you accept Spectre, and are there any other coins that you accept as well?
Sure. So this shop is basically a way for us to highlight the fact that we can provide a shop for people. So
Okay.
we use it mainly as a showcase.
Okay.
So when you go through the checkout process, you'll see probably 15 different cryptos,
Oh wow.
maybe
Okay.
less.
Very
But
nice.
there's more than 7 or 8. And again, that's just to show people that you don't have to just take one kind of crypto. You can take multiple.
Yeah. So, yeah, Johnny just asked last time we tried to get the threat map to work. Yeah, so I tried to get the threat map to work as well, and I was getting some type of block when I was doing so.
Try it now.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to
It was
locate
pretty
within.
busy earlier.
Yeah, I'm trying to locate within the website.
Just type MHN.
Within the website.
It's MHN .spectresecurity.io. On your URL, just take out the
Okay.
www. Put
Oh, there
MHN.
we are. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Yep. We are working now. Yeah. For some reason earlier, I don't know what it was doing. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to explain the threat map to us? Did you?
Yeah, so we're an internet-based company, and everything we do is basically on the internet.
Okay.
We provide infrastructure to our community to access our services, whether it's to get peers, to do the block explorer, to the web hosting. So all of those things have IP addresses. These
Okay.
IP addresses are under attack all day long.
Mm.
On this screen, the attackers are red. My infrastructure is yellow. So you're getting a real-time feed of people trying to attack my crypto company network.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, and this is all in real time. This isn't like pre-recorded or anything.
That's correct.
Wow.
If you refresh your page,
Okay.
it'll start at that moment and start filling the map back out as events come in.
Okay. Yeah, I just refreshed it. Okay. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely different. Of course, we hear about attacks. People are getting attacked, but actually seeing it like real time gives you an idea of wow, these actually they're occurring rapidly. It's not like just one happened what like last month or last month. It's actually occurring consistently. So
Yeah, so some of these people are just probing. Some people are actually trying to log into systems. There's a whole range of people here doing a lot of things. The real reason, that, I show people this is I want them to understand that their cryptocurrency company is probably going through the same thing.
Yeah. Hmm. That's very true. Um, yeah. Wow. I think maybe developers or however they don't really put into account when they create a project, they're not focusing on security until something happens, and then they're like, oh crap, yeah, maybe I should look into some type of security. So it's
But
definitely.
there's a million things to do
Yeah.
and 50 different types of things to secure, and it's a battle over time.
Yeah. Is this so with security just the I mean security overall, how many years have you been doing security? Is this like since you started crypto or was this before then?
Oh, way before then.
Yeah.
I've been interested in security one way or another since I was a kid.
Oh wow. Okay. Did you work for like I mean, I don't know if you're able to speak on it, but I'm guessing you were with different organizations, or was this something that you just kind of did in your spare time?
Well, a lot of it I did for work, and I just enjoyed doing it as a hobby as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's I know we've spoke on security and basically really everything crypto, and it's just fascinating that like watching Digi do anything crypto related, if it were to be with any type of I don't know formulas within a blockchain or however, it's just wow. Like I I I know there's a learning curve to everything, but like when I'm looking at different charts and analysis and stuff, like, okay, cool. I know what's going on, and I don't see it as fascinating or really anything. But when he does stuff, it's just like, how does he know all this stuff? Like I don't know. It's really awesome to going from the stock market and going to cryptocurrency. Um, I don't mean to let down any of my day trading buddies. I'm always there. I'm always within the stock market. I'm always watching. But with cryptocurrency, it's a different. It's really just different altogether. It's not regulated like the stock market. You never know what's going to happen next. It really just keeps you on your toes about what's going on. Yes, there are certain stocks that like pump up 100, even 1,000% if we look at BPTH. But with cryptocurrency, I mean, it's a different ball game. So it always keeps you interested and it always keeps you wanting to learn more. So being able to sit down with Digi and see everything that he does and what he's capable of, it's definitely it's just awesome to have the opportunity. It really is. It's really cool. Not a lot of people have this. Again, they don't have the opportunity to see what goes on behind the scenes. Um, Johnny said, "I feel dumb around Digi. He is super smart." Yeah.
And that's funny you guys say that because a lot of the stuff that we do is what we would consider the normal, common, run of the mill stuff.
Yeah.
So we never consider it advanced or like super internet voodoo.
Yeah.
We just look
Yeah.
at it as like, oh, this is a coloring book, and my only rule is I have to stay in the line.
Uh, yeah, I just thought it was interesting. We were talking the other day, and I asked you, would you be able to teach me everything that security related? And it was just funny that you had said, well, you see what I do, but it'd be really cool to know how to do like the trading side of everything. So I guess it is, looking on the other side of the fence, like, oh, that would be really cool to know that. Um, but it's just really cool too because that's how technology, that's how the world is advancing. Everything is going to technology. I mean, of course, 100 years ago, who really cared? But now everything is technology based. So having an understanding of really what's going on, what you're looking at. It's equivalent to the stock market. I can look at a chart. A lot of other day traders, they can look at charts and they can really break it down. They can predict movements or understand what's going to occur before it even does. It's just kind of second nature at that point. But security, actually knowing more, knowledge definitely is power. Just have the understanding of, even looking at this threat map right now, we see all these, there's a lot of red dots on here right now. So, seeing that, I'm not able to comprehend, okay, I see a red dot, but, it's attack of some sort, but the terminology they are using, as far as you said, some of them are just, you said they're droning or?
Well, they're scanning.
Okay.
A lot of times they're trying to determine what is on this IP address, what services,
yeah,
what kind of computer is there, what is this purpose. So a lot of what you see is this scanning because it's not illegal to scan.
Okay.
Other times they're trying to access those services. Hence, that's illegal because that's not scanning. You're actually trying to now use something.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
So these people are trying to do a lot of different things, from just figure out who I am or what's there, to get access because they think there's a real service running. Some of the systems they're attacking are honeypots. They're just fictitious systems that are there to take their time and attention, and ideally no data ever should be going there anyways, because it's not for anything that we use in the coin. So I know that the first time I get data there, then that's abnormal. So it's like our early warning system.
Okay, so running your security checks is basically like a 24/7 thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the map's just really cool. For anyone that wants, so I'll go ahead and post it, so if anyone else wants to go ahead and take a look for yourself, I posted that within the chat. I'm just interested, like, how did you even get this running? Was it a long process, or?
Getting the map going?
Yeah, like getting the map going and actually, showing where everything is occurring.
Nah, it's not long.
Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Can even zoom in. Okay, so going back over to the website. All right, so we have the shop. I see gift cards here. Games. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, there's some demo content there. I used to keep gift cards there, but because some of the partners' currencies aren't really worth a whole lot,
okay,
or they don't have enough volume, it's real easy to manipulate the price.
Gotcha.
So therefore, I just don't really keep many games and stuff here right now. Like I said, this is more of a showpiece for the fact that, hey, you can have your own crypto store, or you can have these products too.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So this is, if someone wanted to reach out to you, they wanted volatility. No, wait, that So volatility, thank you so much for the $5. Can't wait to get some of that axe. Man, I'm trying to grow a beard like you, man. It's just not, I don't think it's gonna happen for me anytime soon. But I definitely appreciate that. And of course, drink to you. Thank you so much. Volatility was live last night. He does it normally on Fridays around 9:30, but he does a really good analysis on the stock market overall. He covers all of his trades that he does, and it's always entertaining. I always love tuning into it. And it's, for a lot of people that look at YouTube, they look at the different traders and everything like that. Within Volatility's live streams, you have a very high tier of day traders that attend them. Because, Volatility really he's a known day trader. So it's really cool to get in there, talk to everybody, see what they think of everything. So again, thank you so much for that volatility, and yes, get you some of the hair gel. That's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. So within the shop, Digi, I see that we have support time. Is this something that someone would click on to schedule an appointment with you, or how's that work?
Yeah, so part of being Spectre Security Coin is we're a consulting group. So if people want to get our opinion or our thoughts or our help,
Okay.
we can give it to them by hour block.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Very nice.
Boing.
Volatility, man. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. I see you, buddy. Yeah, Volatility, really good guy. Him and I have a very similar trading style. I believe his accuracy is about 90-95% on the month, which is unheard of within the stock market. You normally want 70% to be profitable, but 90-95% is just some type of fantasy no one lives in. So definitely, thanks for the support as always. Got to return the favor. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Definitely check out Volatility Trading. Day trading every day. He has videos every single day. Love his content and very smart trader. 93.75% currently. That's awesome, man. That's a percentage that 95% of day traders will never reach. So yeah, definitely impressive. All right, so we've looked through the shop. We've looked through the game of life, which is awesome. The threat map. Let's go back over to the website. So is there anything else that you'd like for us to look at on the website? I know we covered the masternode sales, the mobile wallet coming soon, the exchanges, the roadmap. Got to see the team, frequently asked questions. Was there anything else that you had for us, did you?
Not right now. We're
Okay.
just pushing people to make sure they've got the latest version of the wallet.
Yeah.
Can you go to the Explorer?
Yeah, absolutely. Where would you like me to go in there?
Show them the wallet breakout.
As far as the block that's currently on?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So we're currently at 121,000. Is that 107?
Let's see. Yeah, 121, 107. Geez, 4,000 away. Yeah.
4,000 away.
Jeez, that's right around the corner.
So if you go back to the main wallet page, you'll click on a tab called Network.
On the
The main Explorer.
Oh, on the Explorer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
And you said where'd you want us to go from there?
The Network tab.
Okay.
Your screen's lagged out about 30 seconds.
Is it? Yeah, there may be some latency on it.
Yeah. So everybody make sure that you're on the correct subversion, the 1.016. The latest protocol version, if you're running the latest, is going to be 11007. That's in the protocol field.
Okay, right here. Got it.
Yeah, there were some sub patches in there, like incremented protocol.
Very nice. Okay.
Yep.
All
So
right.
just make sure that people are patched. The bootstrap is up. You can get that from the website. That's updated every 24 hours.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, does anyone have any questions whatsoever? Let me go ahead. Okay. Yeah, it's always awesome to have you here with us, Digi. And definitely awesome that you're on the Lone Wolf channel. It's definitely nice to be back with everybody. So, yeah, thank you so much for your time. I truly do appreciate it. Love the project. Love the direction it's going, and I know there's going to be a lot of great news to come from after this. I mean, I'm just excited overall. I know how much potential it has, and especially looking at from a trader point of view. The max supply is just beautiful where it's at. Yeah, I have nothing to say negative about really any of the stats on the coin. The max supply of 500 million, current circulating is about 169 million. 100,
Negative.
what is it now?
Go to the Block Explorer.
Okay.
Excuse me, please. So the minted supply is 150 million. But if you look at the top 100.
Top 100? Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. So we're taking that from it.
Yeah, you need to deduct all of the locked funds.
Okay.
What it really means is that the amount that's not in my direct hands is less than 15 million. There's about, just in what's targeted there's about 113 million total.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the marketing funds, wallet development, community rewards. Nice.
The coin market cap states that your dev funds and marketing funds, anything that's still within the hands of the team, isn't counted towards circulating supply. I know in the Block Explorer it's counted because those coins are technically minted. They were done in the pre-mine.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's why the number is like that.
Wow. So yeah, much less than I thought. Let's see. He said, "What are the masternode stats?" I'm not quite sure. Are you speaking of how many masternodes are currently set up, or volatility? Of course. How many satoshis is that? So it's currently, what is it? We're in the 20s.
I can send you a link.
Okay. Oh, return on investment. So what is the masternode current return on investment?
1,200%.
Oh, geez. Volatility.
As right now.
So Johnny, is there a wallet explorer to see the top whale wallets? And I believe that's the top 100, correct, Digi?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so this is basically looking at the top 100. These are the addresses, and this is the amount of SPECTRE that's within them. So as we can see with 1 through 7, these are actually slotted for exchange, marketing, community. Number 9, 10, and 12 are also, going towards the project, so they can continue to improve it for the investors. The ones that don't have a name slot beside them are holders of it. So, number 8, 13 down. But overall, it's pretty spaced out. It's a good amount. So this is what I believe you may be. Yeah, Rossman, yep, reserved. Volatility, you're number 8. No, not number 8, unfortunately. Maybe one day, but no, definitely not. Yeah, it looks like number 14 starts at 1 million. So we got a little over 1 million right here at 14. So granted, they're number 3 within the holders if we're not counting the locked funds. But yeah, number 8 would be awesome. 11. No.
Well, one day you could be there.
I could be. This is very true. I'm gonna keep on building the position, of course. Definitely excited with what SPECTRE has moving into the future. Definitely a bright project. and a lot of knowledge behind the project. And there's actually a utility for it. A lot of these projects that release, it's some obscure project, obscure utility for the project. But with security, especially with an individual that has multiple years of security experience, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, you run diagnostics for other individuals constantly, correct?
Yeah, since we've opened Spectre, I've done 42 audits.
Oh wow.
I've done exchanges. I've done account verification places, other coin networks. We just do a lot of different web app testing in the crypto space. We use a hybrid scanner product line, which is ours. So when you look at the roadmap, you'll see the scanner portal. You'll see that there's a prototype there. So we're actually using our product to get the scanning done.
Okay.
So yeah, it's when you say use case and all of that, our use case is helping other people in this space get a better grasp on whatever they're doing. Some services are auditing and scanning, others are consulting. Sometimes it could be a hardware provider. We have VPS hosting services that back us. There's just a number of services that we can offer.
Very nice. Okay. The halving's almost here. Almost there.
It is. There'll be free hugs that day.
There you go. Okay. Let's see, Johnny, I'm like number 90-ish. Okay, all right. Hey, that's a good.
At least you're on the board.
Yeah, that's a good amount. That's a good amount. A little over 40,000. Yeah, I mean, granted, you could look at it now and 40,000. However, but in the long term, especially when the overall market cap of Bitcoin, of course, is going to rise. I honestly believe the next all-time high, or however, Bitcoin is going to break the overall market over $1 trillion, which is easily feasible because it was almost $1 trillion last time. So in accordance with that, everything else is going to spike up. The volume is going to come in. News is going to drop that, Bitcoin just went this high, Lambo, what? So with that said, especially with Spectre, I mean, the circulating volume is much lower, with the lock funds. So, I mean, this is easily a multiple point project. I could easily see this going over $1. So it really comes down to, I know, Digi, as I was speaking on earlier, exchanges, I don't think a lot of people understand, to get on an exchange can be very expensive.
It can. I mean, you're talking $10,000 right now or more to get on Coin Exchange. That's just in one pair.
Yeah.
And then you have to have a certain amount of volume every month. And if you don't maintain that volume, they delist you and you don't get a refund.
Oh, my Lord.
So communities want developers to get them on exchanges that have volume, and sometimes that's an expensive project.
Yeah. That's very
The flip
true.
side is trying to get yourself on smaller exchanges, but again, that's smaller amounts of volume.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get spread out on too many exchanges, then all of your cells are split across a lot of places. Your coin never gets the value you should have. So spreading out kind of makes it so you'll have, like, rather be at 10 sats across a few exchanges, you'll be at like 2 sats across a couple exchanges.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then one thing I want to touch on, Digi. So, as I was speaking, like, it's a very active team. They're consistently doing stuff. Very busy with everything. I remember when I was reaching out to different coins, different projects, just to get an idea of what's going on. Really anything, just to reach out to the developers. And a lot of them, either they wouldn't reply, they would say, well, I might be available in a week or so or however. And then I reached out to Spectre and I reached out to Digi. And the one thing I'll never forget is I reached out to Digi and I said, hey, I see your project. I really like it. I'm sure you're very busy, but is there maybe a time frame that I can set up with you so we can speak on the project? And he's like, yeah, man, how about now? I'll never forget that, Digi. Wow. It was just really cool that even though I know he's very, very busy, he was able to set time aside just to speak with me. Some random guy that, didn't know. So I thought that was really cool that he was, really putting, the time with me out there saying, hey, we'll speak now on it. So definitely really thankful for that, Digi. Thank you so much. Definitely a down-to-earth guy. He doesn't put himself out there like he's some type of god, like a lot of other people do in cryptocurrency when they reach some type of level. He really stays level-headed, and that's something that I teach with any type of investing. It doesn't matter how big you get. It doesn't matter how much money you make. If you don't keep a level head, you think that you're better than everybody else, you're going to fail. I promise you.
It's a bear market.
Yeah.
Guys are just as broke as you guys.
Volatility trading. Some random guy, he used Axe hair gel. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. But yeah, awesome, Digi. And drinks out collect. Yes, I don't know where I got this. I mean, this was almost got it in my. But yeah, I don't know where I got that. But it's from Germany. So of course, obviously, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm German. So got this. Thought it was pretty cool. And yeah, I've been rolling with it ever since. So drinking out of the collectible Stein.
Just have no soul.
But yeah, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let us know. Amazing project here. So I have one of those tools from Germany as well. So Volto, you have one too. Awesome.
Yugashiko boy, lots of master nodes.
Well, I think that's really all that I have, Digi. Again, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Again, looking forward to the future with Spectre Security. Of course, everyone says, ready for it to moon, win Lambo. So,
I'd like it to moon.
Yeah.
That way I can have my Lambo.
Yeah, you'll get there. Yeah, but thank you so much, Digi. I truly do appreciate it. I'm not going to take any more of your time. I know you're really busy. But again, thank you so much for being on the channel.
All right, man. Well, thanks for having me on.
All right. You take care.
All right, you too.
All right. Volatility. I have a good question. Is there any tour dates set up for a convention? Is there any tour dates set up for convention? If it does moon, what do you think profits or hold long term? Would Digi personally take profits or hold long term? The interesting thing is Digi is he believes in his project a great deal. He's not going to shill out his coins. And even when it does go up, I mean, there's always a certain amount that someone has in their mind. But with Digi, there's been times when Spectre has spiked up a great deal and he didn't sell any amount of coin. I believe there's a time when Spectre, and you can definitely, if I get this wrong, Ross, man, but a time when Spectre, it's currently around 20 sats or so, but there's a time when it went above 50, and then he didn't sell any coins. And that's equivalent with Castle Coin, another group of individuals. Awesome team with Castle. Their coin went from 0.005 to about 22 cents, and the developer didn't sell any. So a lot of these guys really believe in their project, and they're not just going to sell off because there's some type of spike or whatever. They really believe in it in the long term. CryptoCon. Yeah, isn't CryptoCon coming up in... It's May or something, right? Or June? Very close? Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's one thing that you want to look at, because of course there are cases where there are developer dumps or dev dumps or however you want to call it, where as soon as it spikes up, they dump all their coins and see you later. I mean, I guess this is kind of how you would look at with Charlie Lee with Litecoin. Of course, Litecoin went to the all-time high about 350. He sold all of his coins. He's still there though. He does have the Litecoin Foundation, so it's not like the money is just going to Lambos and mansions or whatever else he does in his spare time. You know, there's always going to be a point where someone's going to sell. They might not sell everything, but they're going to sell a portion of it. So it's nice that Charlie Lee, even though he did sell all of his Litecoin, he put a portion back into the foundation, and he's still with the project. It's not like he just left it and, you know, Litecoin just goes to however it goes. Let's see. Okay, let's go back over to, yeah, looking at Dinacoin right here. Had the push back down. Looking at the lows. Yeah, Dinacoin is definitely one. So a lot of people will ask me, of course, Jonathan, since you went rogue on the stock market, what coins are you invested in? And this is something that I touched in my last live stream. Of course, Bitcoin. Do I think Bitcoin is going to go up in value? Of course. Do I think it has the best return on investment? Absolutely not. There's so many other coins that you'll get more money on your investment other than Bitcoin. Even if Bitcoin went up to, let's say from here to $60,000, yes, it's going to be about 12 times return. That's nothing compared to these altcoins where your return on investment is going to be hundreds of times. I mean, that was seen in 2017 with XRP. XRP went from 0.002, I believe. It was something around there to $3.84. Yeah, that's way bigger than Bitcoin. It's just way bigger. So when I'm looking at coin projects, I'm looking at the small altcoins that have a great utility. They're actually used. It's not something where it's a collectible coin or something. And then, of course, looking at the different variables. So I'm always looking at altcoins. I'm invested in District OS. District OX is right here. I have this. I don't have basic attention token. I know Garage Day Trader traded this. He made about 40% on his investment, so I'm very happy for him. I did call this out. Let's see where it's at right now. So it did push up. It looks like we have a little bit of pullback. So it went all the way up to a high of 7,889 sats. I mean, that's about 500 sats from where we called out the trade alert. So hopefully someone took that trade alert. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitter. This is where we post all of our trade alerts, all of our different analysis. This is going to give you a good idea of what we're looking at. Someone would have made a lot of money if they followed this alert. I'm not quite sure if anyone did. Maybe I'll get a message a little bit later. So definitely check that out. Of course, we did have the Bitcoin where we called it out right here. Thank you to this individual for saying that, you know, he really has faith in us. That's awesome. So we called it here. Then we had the push up here. It was about an hour later when this push occurred, and it actually went to about 5,700. So this is another opportunity someone would have made a good amount of profit. Of course, with stock market, you're going to have the chat rooms. With cryptocurrency, you're going to have chat rooms as well. You always want to be very careful of who is posting these alerts. I've heard of chat rooms. I actually know of one right now that they have about 60% success rate. That's crap. I'm sorry. That's crap. I don't know how else to put it. I'm going to be straightforward. A lot of people don't like working with me because I am so straightforward. But you want to be about 70%. If you're going to be an analysis for someone else that doesn't really know what's going on, you're giving them 60% return or 60% success, you know, with the return that they're pushing in. That's crap. That's just kind of how it is. So I hope someone did follow this. Again, we don't really post a lot of trade alerts, but we just want to say thank you to this individual for having faith in us. If anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. We've been going for about an hour and a half now. I thought it was only going to be about 40 minutes or an hour or so, but always happy to be here with everyone and happy to be back within the Lone Wolf channel. So let's see, Bitcoin over 5,600. It did push up to 5,600. If we actually take a look on the daily. Let's see. So this was what we've actually posted here. So Bitcoin's about a little over 5,000. We're about 5160 right now. We have a little bit of a spread on the bid and the ask, but of course that's going to happen. If you look at Amazon, the stock market, there's always a multiple point. Well, not always a multiple point, but it's almost a point spread about all the time. So if you're looking at Bitcoin with over $50,000 in value, there's going to be a little bit of a spread. So we are holding this trend line, but it is looking a little bearish. We do have a bear flag. I mean, we're coming down here. We had the flag over, and we are below the EMA indicator. So we did have this huge spike up. We have the push over. We even have a few more spikes up. Then we're pulling back. There's always going to be a pullback. You need a pullback for a healthy movement. A lot of people want this one candle to go up to $1 zillion, but if that occurs, you're going to have exactly what happened in 2017. We look back at 2017, we have this huge push up, and now look where we're at. It's just going to happen. There has to be a balance between the bulls and the bears. But yes, we are over $5,000. So it did push up here, 5650, so almost 5700. Broke over this line right here that we had actually posted within the tweet. And yeah. I mean, as long as we're staying up, I mean, even if you look at the 5,000 mental resistance and support line, we look at it right here. I mean, we had the push down below 5,000 and it went right back up. Push below 5,000 went right back up. Push below 5,000 right here went right back up. So a lot of people are focused on that 5,000. Anytime that it goes, I mean, yes, you want to look at, if you're looking at a lower price stock, what the hell? Volatility, man. That's hilarious. I appreciate that, man. All right. Definitely drink to you. Oh, I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Yeah. Appreciate that, Johnny. Stein. Yeah. No, it's funny. So everyone some people may know the pimp cup I had. It actually broke when I was washing it. I don't know. I think I've been hitting the gym a little too much recently, and I accidentally broke it. So I had to resort to something that's a little more sturdy. So that's where we're at. If I break that washing it, then I need to lay off the roids or something. I really don't know. But thank you, Volatility. I really do appreciate that, man. That's really, really kind of you. Yeah, with Bitcoin, so I was covering the cryptos that I hold. Bitcoin, not the great on return on investment. I do hold Bitcoin, not a great deal because, again, the only reason I use Bitcoin, yes, it's an investment tool, but it's an investment tool because I can buy cryptocurrencies that are paired with it. As Digi was speaking on, anytime that you want to get with an exchange, you pay for the price of one pair. So Bitcoin could be paired with your cryptocurrency. That means anyone that wants to buy your cryptocurrency, they have to use Bitcoin. You can also be paired with Litecoin, Ethereum. It really just goes on and on and on. So every pair that you have, yes, you can increase the volume for your coin, but they want more money. They're really greedy. That's just kind of how they are. So I hold Bitcoin, I hold District OX. I have a slight amount of XRP. XRP has a lot of news coming out. They're pairing up with different banks. It was a Qatari bank. It was the Saudi bank. Just a lot of different banks, really. I'm not 100%. Anyone that if I say anything opposed to XRP, someone's probably going to, kill me. But I'm just not fully sold on XRP. Yes, it's a great project. It's in the top 10. I can't argue that. But, it's just... I'm invested in it, but not a great deal. SPECTRE Security, highly invested in. It has a lot of potential. I easily see multiple points just because I know how active the team is. I know the utility for it. Every coin needs SPECTRE Security. Yes, there's other security coins out there. Are they as proactive as SPECTRE Security? I don't believe so. Especially in a bear market, absolutely not. They're just like McAfee or where the heck his name is, where he wants attention. That's basically what's occurring. He's going to reveal who Satoshi is. It's just a way for him to get attention because he's butthurt that it's not 2017 anymore. All these coins aren't paying him this large sum of money for him to send out a tweet saying how great. Back in 2017, McAfee was the god of cryptocurrency. Everyone read everything that he said when he tweeted it, when he whatever it, and they said, okay, that's the next big project. And now that we're in a bear market, he's butthurt because people aren't reaching out to him because there's really no need to. So I believe, and of course, if anyone has anything to say on that, I'd love to hear it. But I've been saying he's butthurt for quite some time. I think it's hilarious that he's resorted to naming who Satoshi is. If he even knows who the person is, I mean, he possibly does. But what's that going to do? If we named who Satoshi is, one, are people even going to believe it? Probably not. Two, is that going to do anything? No, it's not. And it's kind of funny that he sent a tweet that said, Satoshi is angered. We have angered the god Satoshi. So, okay, Moses, calm down. No one cares, dude. So, I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, Johnny, definitely. Attention seeker for sure. He's my dad. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I just think it's funny, man. It's funny. It really is. Like, in 2017, and another thing, we can look back at 2010. We can see that Bitcoin at one time was just very minimal. I think it was at one time 6 cents, and that's where the whole 20,000 Bitcoin for the 2 large pizzas. Hopefully, they're really good pizzas. But at the time, if you look at it, Bitcoin was 6 cents, but who really thought it would grow to this? At the time, no one really accepted Bitcoin. And there was actually a tweet by somebody back in 2011. They said they sold Bitcoin for, I think it's 30 cents. They bought it at 6 cents, and they were upset that it went to $8. But who really saw that coming? So now we have to look at it right now. Yes, Bitcoin is $5,000. In our heads, we're thinking, okay, yeah, it went down, it was down to 3,000, it's up to 5,000. It might squeeze to 6,000, but I promise you 5 years in the future, some guy looking at it at $60,000 is going to say, wow, Bitcoin's $5,000 at one time? What the hell? So you don't want to look at it just from a day trader perspective of, yes, we're looking at the daily candles, the minute candles, and yes, hopefully it moves a little bit. We have to look at the spectrum of it. Yes, Bitcoin isn't the best return on investment. I believe everyone knows that. Yes, it could go up to 60,000, 100,000. But again, you're only multiplying by 20 times, compared to all these altcoins that are coming out. But cryptocurrency overall is becoming it's becoming a bigger part of our life as we continue. It's being adopted to where we can actually use it on a daily basis. Back in 2010 and 11, somehow that guy bought it for pizzas, but now we're actually seeing it where these corporations, I believe it was Samsung, wants to bring in a blockchain feature. You would never seen that 10 years ago or however. So all these other companies are developing these blockchains. JP Morgan is another example with their whatever coin they released. It's some type of coin. I have no idea. Let's see. Probably Satoshi jokes around about it. Never denies it either, and holds patents. Yeah. Yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, really, even if it, let's say someone came out and they said, yes, I am Satoshi. You would have to have some type of proof that you are the developer of that blockchain. Possibly you would be able to maybe some old messages to someone, hey, I want to create this cryptocurrency, this digital currency. What do you think? I think that's kind of stupid. I'm going to do it anyways type deal. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely a possibility, Johnny. I mean, even if we did understand who Satoshi is it going to, I'm still going to buy Bitcoin. It's not really going to, it's not like Bitcoin's going to fly through the roof. I just don't see that happening. Even if it was some icon of a person, it'd be like, oh, cool. Okay, yeah, Bitcoin's still trading at $5,000. Okay, cool, we're there. I think him staying anonymous just gives Bitcoin this allure that people want it, because who knows who the developer is? No one knows the team of Bitcoin. It's just kind of there, and it's the household name of cryptocurrency. So staying anonymous is the best route for Bitcoin. Again, like I've said, Bitcoin doesn't have the greatest utility. Yeah, it's paired with different cryptocurrencies. Cool. It's the household name. Yes, if we think of cryptocurrency, we think of Bitcoin. Okay, cool. The transactions that it has per second is just down the drain. It's obsolete to all these other. It's obsolete to XRP. XRP has just this phenomenal amount of transactions per second. Bitcoin is just very minimal. So it's not like the best for transactions. I don't, but again, it's the prestige of having Bitcoin. People want Bitcoin because if you have a Bitcoin, you're just the cool guy in school, right? You're too cool for school, really. And that even goes for Litecoin. Litecoin had a beautiful movement. If we actually just take a look right here, I was actually considering buying Litecoin a good amount when it came down to, I believe it was at $22 was about the low. Get this out of the way. So 22.26. I wanted to buy it if it went below $20, a good amount. It didn't, and I missed out on this huge movement. Yeah, it's my fault. I got a little greedy when I said I wanted to drop another $2. But even with Litecoin, it doesn't have that many transactions per second. That's just kind of how it is. These coins were developed basically a decade ago. So yeah, they're not going to be up to the standard of all these new cryptocurrencies that are hitting the market, but it's just the level of prestige. And additionally, there's a max supply that's very low. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. That's it. There's no more after that. If you want to fork off of it, cool, but it's still not going to affect Bitcoin's max supply. Litecoin has 84 million. That's it. If you want to fork off of it, make Litecoin gold or whatever the kids want to do these days, I don't know. It's not going to affect the max supply of Litecoin. So that's why those are the big names. Those are the founding blocks of cryptocurrency as we know it. Now, return on investment, yes, Litecoin would have been beautiful buying it at 20 and selling it around, upwards of almost touching 100. Don't get me wrong. That would have been a good ×4 on your initial investment. But we also have to look at, let's just take SPECTRE Security, for example. SPECTRE Security is basically, we could just calculate it right now just to show, let's say, Bitcoins are like what, 5,100, so, whoops. So it's about, this is the amount for one SPECTRE Security right now. So if I buy one coin, it's about this price. Now, going from this price to $1 is phenomenal. And that's what I see occurring with SPECTRE Security. It has a low supply, has a low circulating supply, has a low max supply, has a great utility, active team. There's really not so much there's not so much to say after that because all those just align beautifully. And of course, people are going to look at me now and say, well, Jonathan, what are you talking about? I think you're off your meds again. That's okay. That's okay because, off the meds, I'm actually able to see there. It's kind of funny right now in a bear market. Especially people that are new to cryptocurrency, you don't understand where I'm coming from when I say the volume of cryptocurrency. It just comes out of nowhere. It really does. It's kind of like a pump and dump in the stock market. It just kind of came out of nowhere in the aftermarket, and we're like, okay, cool, that just happened, I guess. But with cryptocurrency, it just comes out of nowhere, just spitting everywhere. I got so excited. One day, even looking at Bitcoin, I was looking at Bitcoin. It went up to like 4,000. I said, okay, cool. Next thing I know, it's at 8,000. I'm like, I was just looking at like a day ago. It's at 8,000. Next thing you know, it's at almost 20,000. It just comes out of nowhere. And that's kind of what I'm trying to touch on right now is get your portfolios ready. Get them ready because when the volume of cryptocurrency rolls in, there's no stopping it. There really isn't because it's compounding FOMO over and over and over again. All right, let me go ahead. If anyone has any questions whatsoever, I always go off on my tantrums, saying about something. Looking at Litecoin right now, it's actually a bear formation, bear flag. I posted on Twitter that there was a stop loss right here at these two bottoming candles, bottoming. So yeah, it looks like it's not holding the trend line too well. It's probably going to push through, so I'd just keep an eye on that. But yeah, any questions anyone has, I don't want to take up anyone's time too much. Everyone's time is valuable, so I do appreciate everyone tuning in. I truly do. Definitely nice to be back in the Lone Wolf YouTube channel. Of course, I'll still be on Your Crypto Daily. I definitely love what those guys have going on. The very active team, and they keep everyone, really up to date on everything. So, Binance Coin. Let's see if I can bring that up here. So Binance is a very interesting project, and this is interesting because Finebox or FineXbox, however you want to look at it, just released, well, I'd say about 2 weeks ago, they released a coin, and it went from being 2,800 Satoshis, and now it's over 4,000 Satoshi. So a lot of people are interested in these exchange tokens just because, again, I'm not a developer per se, but as developers, they need to be on exchanges. That's how that's just how the value, you have to be on an exchange. Exchanges know that, and they know they're going to grow over time, especially when Bitcoin breaks another high. More coins are going to reach out to them. I'm sure there's going to be another President Trump coin come out of nowhere for some odd reason. So those type of coins have to be on exchanges. So with Binance just really came out of nowhere. I mean, especially in 2017. I mean, we have a low here. I'll just pick a random day, under $1. It's under $1. Before that, I mean, it was under 10 cents. Under 10 cents. In 2017 ramp up, it goes up to a high of around $27. That really just concludes what I've been saying about the altcoins. Binance Coin is just an exchange coin, but wow. It's just crazy how much your return was, basically 260 times on your initial investment. Now with Binance Coin, yeah, we can go ahead and break it down. I can say overall, maybe we have this right here. Binance Coin is highly desired. It's highly desired. It's going to continue to be highly desired. I mean, we have this right here. If we break it down even more, let's go ahead and take a look. We're holding the EMA indicator. That's always a positive. Additionally, what's beautiful is we have this huge spike up. Of course, everyone wants to go to the moon, maybe even Mars, Pluto. Pluto's now a planet again, so we're all excited about that, I think. So we have this huge spike up here. There needs to be a pullback. There is a pullback. And what's beautiful about this pullback is we have right here, we can go right here, and it actually fills the gap completely. This was the gap that needed to get filled, and it got filled completely, and then it starts moving. And it's healthy because now it's above the EMA, and it is holding this trend line. Now, one thing that I would want to look for, holding the trend line, of course, and is there going to be a false break? False breaks are very important. I mean, we kind of have a false break within these two candles here. We have this push up. Yes, it goes down. It closes at this, comes back up. It pushes over this previous and this previous, but very slightly. I mean, the high on this candle is 24.40. This one's 24.53. It was only by 13 cents. On the $25 coin, that small amount is nothing. That's a false break. And because of that false break, it opened here, went all the way up, and then it came back down and closed, and we have a pullback down. So currently holding the EMA. Want to look for the trend line to hold. I really can't doubt that Binance is going to continue to go up. Excuse me. Oh, Mana? I haven't heard of Mana. Yeah, with Binance Coin, it's just highly desired. Binance is it's one of the largest. I want to say it's the world's largest. It's one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges. Everyone wants to be on it, and it costs a lot of money to get on. It's about 10 Bitcoin to get onto Binance, but everyone wants on it. All the day traders are going to Binance to do their day trading. It's just highly desired because it's very reliable. It's not like Binance, has some type of security where it just keeps on getting hacked into over and over and over again. It's well established. So with Binance Coin, I really see it continue to go up. I mean, all I can really see on here is the trend line. The EMA is holding. Yes, we had the pullback. We filled the gap completely, and we can easily see momentum going up. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash USD. Okay. So basically, we could have another 200 times if Bitcoin stays #1 exchange for years to come. Oh, that's a good question. That was a very good question. Let me think about that for a second. You know, I don't like to immediately say analysis like other people may. I really like to think about it, really break it down before I give anyone any type of analysis, just because I know there are people out there that look to me for guidance when it comes to analysis on anything. They know I'm straightforward. They know I'm not really any type of BS guy. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm really just going to tell you how it is. And then, that's just kind of how it is. If Binance stays #1, which I see it staying #1, I don't see anyone surpassing it. 200 times times 25. I mean, that's around Bitcoin's price. So if we take 25, 200, yeah, it's about Bitcoin's price. But if we get another spike like 2017, which it probably will occur in 2021, just going off a pattern, and Bitcoin's price moves up along with their market cap, I could easily see Binance breaking over $1,000. I know $1,000 is going to be a big resistance, but I can see a lot of people wanting to push it above 1,000. So I could see that. As far as being $5,000 per coin, that's kind of stretching it. Mass adoption. The way that I view it is a lot of people are going to reach out to Coinbase because Coinbase has the app. Coinbase is easy because you literally download the app and you buy Bitcoin or whatever coin that's attached to it. Now, with that said, my wallet that I currently hold, I hold a wallet and I've told people to get this wallet. It's beautiful. You basically hold whatever coins you want on it and you can actually exchange coins within the wallet. Let me go ahead and bring it up for you so you can go ahead and take a look. Might take me a second to do so. Okay, so within this wallet, and you can see my amount. I'm not going to hide it. That's how much I have in the wallet. This isn't all my cryptocurrency, so it doesn't really matter to me. You can select what you want. Let's say I got Bitcoin. Okay, cool. I want more District OX. Do you want to go to an exchange? No, I'm lazy. I got things to do. I want to play my PlayStation Virtual Reality. Okay, cool. Then just go here. Type in how much Bitcoin. Let's say $200 worth of Bitcoin. Okay, cool. We'll exchange it to this amount of District OX for you, but we're going to take a charge. Okay, cool. It's kind of like a processing fee. Let's do that. So this wallet, which I highly recommend anyone get it. This is the Exodus wallet. You just go to Exodus and then you just download it. It's pretty plain and simple. But they added Binance Coin to it. So, yeah, Exodus, yep. So they added Binance Coin to it, which shows that people see Binance Coin. They know people want it. And of course they're going to add it to the wallet because they know, hey, if people want more Binance, they're going to pay this fee that we have so people can exchange to get more Binance. Now, Binance, yes, it could continue to go up, but it's very unfortunate that we missed the going from under 10 cents to going over 20-something dollars. Now, granted, we can look at it and say, well, yes, that's looking in hindsight. Of course, people that buy Bitcoin in 10 years, that's, whatever, $60,000 or so, are going to say, well, dang it, I wish I bought Bitcoin at 5,000. So we can always look at it hindsight. But yes, I do believe Bitcoin or Binance Coin has the ability to go over $1,000 at the next pump of Bitcoin. I see that occurring. I do. $5,000? I've had it for like 2 years. Yeah, Heath, it's definitely a good wallet. That's really where I hold everything. You can even hold different cryptocurrencies and tokens that you necessarily can't exchange for them. But like, let's take Dinacoin, for example. I have Dinacoin. I can't exchange within the wallet because it doesn't support it, but I can still hold it. And that's cool. Also, it has features as far as like passcodes, where there's a lot of security features built in. So I highly recommend it. Definitely, anyone that wants to, hold Bitcoin or hold any type of cryptocurrency, definitely check that out. Because yes, You could have 100 wallets, but why not just have one wallet that holds like 100 different cryptos? It just kind of makes sense. Just hold everything together. Unless you're staking or however, then yes, you wouldn't want to put it in a wallet. Private keys. Yeah, private keys. It's very important, and this is one thing that I want to advocate to everybody. It's very important to ensure that yes, you could have 1 million Bitcoin right now. Cool, that's awesome. But you want to ensure that your funds are once secured, and also you have a backup plan for them. You want the passcodes, you want a backup wallet. So I actually logged into my computer the other day, and it was acting really weird. I don't know what was going on, and I got the blue screen, which is really weird for a supercomputer. You really don't see that. But what it made me remember is, yes, your technology is, anything could happen to it. My computer could crap out on me tomorrow and say, you've been working me too hard, screw you. It could do that. You just want to ensure you always have a backup plan for your cryptocurrencies, because anything could happen. It doesn't matter if you hold $1 million worth of Bitcoin. If your hard drive blows up or whatever, it never mattered. So always ensure, and actually there are, you could have paper wallets. Paper wallets are a route that you could go to secure your stuff. Also, there are like the ledger that you can buy on Amazon is another way. But again, you always want to have a backup plan when it comes to your cryptocurrencies, because you could easily lose them, and it doesn't matter how much money you invested. If you lost it, that kind of stinks. So yeah, we're looking at Bitcoin Cash right here. So we have a pullback. We actually hit this. Let me go ahead and draw it out for everyone. Whoops. It's not what we meant to do here. Boom, right there. Okay, so one thing that I teach this to my students. I teach this to everybody. People think I'm crazy because they never heard of it. That's okay. There's a reason why I have a 95% too. There's actually been months where I've gone 100% within my trading. It's not bragging. It's just telling everyone. I say this for a certain reason. You always want to look for these false breaks. False breaks are very important. I look at this for basically anything that I look at when I'm analyzing anything. So right here, we did have a false break. We have pushed down, but we are still in a bear flag formation. We can see it right here. Additionally, we are below the EMA. Why is the EMA so important? It's the exponential moving average. This is basically going off of the past prices for this one coin. So being below the EMA just creates another resistance line that we have to push through if we want to continue to go up. So we do have the bear flag formation. Yes, there was a false break. In having a false break, you have a momentum push in the opposite direction, but we are still consolidating into this bear flag formation. So I know a lot of people are hyped on Bitcoin Cash. Back in 2017, early 2018, Bitcoin Cash went up to about 4,200, I believe it was. This was part of some type of scam, they say, where a lot of people were buying into it out of nowhere. And there was a lot of question of what's going on with Bitcoin Cash. Is this the next Bitcoin? I don't know. And then it consolidated back to, basically where it is. Yeah, we actually see it right here. So it was a little over $4,000. So apologies, not 4,500, 4,000. So I still remember that occurring, and I was like, what in the world is going on? This was back on 20 December. So 20 December, I was like, okay. But again, this is when Bitcoin is ramping up. Not a lot of people knew what Bitcoin was. People were just, buying Lambos overnight. That's kind of all we knew. Let's see, crypto overload. Another great stream, my man. Gonna get some rest. Get up, amazing, man. Awesome, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, crypto. Yeah, I kind of go on for days and days and days, and I do apologize to everyone. But I do appreciate you for tuning in, man. It really means a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's funny. I met a guy at Best Buy. I don't know if he's watching right now. I told him about Twitter and everything like that, and I was talking to him about cryptocurrency. He was asking, because I told him I have multiple monitors. I have more HDMI cables than the average person should have, but he asked me what I did. So, I told him I do investing, I do stock market, I do cryptocurrency. And, I told him about it, and I told him, I could go on for days and days, but, in a nutshell, look for 2020, look for 2021 for that spike to occur. Just giving an idea of, hey, look out for this. Really cool guy. Seemed like a really nice guy. So, wanted to see mana. Okay. Let's see, mana. Let's do the U.S. dollar right here. Ugh. All right, let's see what we got here. So, additionally, when look. Decentraland. I don't think I've heard of this coin before. Again, I'm not sure of the maximum supply. I'm not sure of the circulating supply. I'm just strictly going off the chart right now. Yeah, that's interesting. Because if we actually go here, we can see there's a break of the trend line. I immediately saw that. So we are below the EMA. It's never a good thing to be below the EMA, but the thing with the EMA is stocks. We can look at stocks, we can look at coins, we can look at tokens. They're going to weave in and out of the EMA. It's equivalent to the VWAP. It's going to weave in and out. So saying it's a bad thing that's below the EMA, I can't say that. But looking at it right now, it is below the EMA. So that is a resistance line that we do have. Let me look here. Okay, so we don't have a false break currently, so that's good. Additionally, we do have the ascension on the trend line. I can go ahead and draw that out right here. So we do have an ascension right here. The biggest thing that we're going to need to look at is breaking this EMA. Breaking the EMA, let's see what else so we did have this huge spike. I'm not quite sure why that may have occurred. I don't think a swap occurred in this coin. If a swap occurred, it would have been way different. So I don't think it's a swap. I think there's just a momentum push, especially over right here, this previous high of a candle. So we have that. We have a pullback down. So it pulled back down for the closing of the gap. So it closed the gap right here. We have a push back down, holding the trend line, broke through the trend line, and then we're currently having an ascension right here. So, well, we're trading at about 5 cents. Let me go ahead and look at it a little bit more. So 3 cents. Let me go ahead and bring this in a little bit. So, okay, so this is a perfect example right here. We have a false break. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit more so everyone can see it. Let me move this. So, like I said, again, Jonathan's crazy because he thinks of random things that no one else talks about. But the thing is, we came back down, closed here, came back down, closed here. Then we actually had a push down for a false break. A false break occurred, and we had this huge push up. So, yes, we did open here. We had a push back down. We had a false break. And this false break generated this huge push above the EMA for a closure of this candle right here. So I keep on telling everyone, look for these false breaks. It's not something I just kind of made up or whatever. Watch for the false breaks. I'm looking at going over 1,000 sats, trading bot spike. Okay. So, okay, the virtual world. That's right. I didn't know it was. Yeah, no, I've heard of the virtual world. That's actually a really cool concept. That's really cool, actually. The closer that we get to cryptocurrency becoming truly integrated into society, these projects are awesome. They truly are. I mean, we look at District OX. District OX has the meme factory. People are like, the meme factory, what is that? That kind of sounds stupid. The meme factory is equivalent to CryptoKitties back in the day. If anyone remembers CryptoKitties, that was the craze. I would love to have 2 kitties and breed and have another kitty. That kind of sounds really weird, but those things were going for a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money, like 1,000 Ethereum for a CryptoKitty, which was okay. So with the meme factory, that's just another incentive for integration into society for cryptocurrency. So yeah, for the virtual world, as you were speaking, that's really cool. So 1,000 sats right now. What is 1,000 sats? Let me just go ahead. I believe it's, yeah, it's pretty close. I believe we'll just use that. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, that's 1,000 sats. Well, let me put the real Bitcoin price. Yeah. So you're wanting it to push. I mean, it's right there actually. 1075. Okay. Let me move this back then. Yeah, no, because it's basically right there. Excuse me. So, okay. A false break has not occurred yet, but the thing that I see with this candle right here is it's very bearish. As you can see, it pushed up. It's basically a hammerhead. A hammerhead is going to be at the bottom of the wick. You're going to have the bar. So yes, it opened up. We had a push up to this area, and then we had a push back down. So yes, the candle currently is very bearish. I'm not going to say that it's not going to break the EMA, but again, if it breaks this trend line, there might be some type of pullback. And additionally, the EMA is right here as a resistance holding it down. So I believe the project does have a lot of potential. Don't get me wrong. It has a lot of potential, especially the closer that we get to Bitcoin breaking the all-time high, the halving of Bitcoin taking place and all this. Yes, this definitely has a lot of potential moving forward. I think it's awesome, to be completely honest. I love the project. All right, let's see what else we got. So we looked at Bitcoin Cash. We looked at MANA. Let's see, we looked at Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin's been very bearish lately. I mean, like very. As you can see here on Twitter, we posted that there was a bear flag taking place. We told everyone, look for this line for a support, and it actually crashed through. So that's something that we told everyone to look out for. Additionally, it's on the downside of the EMA. RVN. Let's see. So stop loss right here. We told everyone to also look at this. Yes, there is a bear flag that is taking place. Additionally, it is coming up on the trend line, and it is below the EMA. So Litecoin's looking very bearish. Now, I also said when you're looking at Litecoin, I already know Litecoin is highly affected by the price of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's going down, more than likely Litecoin's going to go down. So definitely keep an eye out on that. You said RVN. Let's see. Let's look at it on the US dollar. All right, so we have an ascending triangle right now. I can already see that. Wow, we had a push up, pull back, push up. Yeah, see, again, I mean, that's another thing. I keep on pointing out the EMA because the EMA, as you can see, it touched the EMA and it pulled back down. The EMA is immediately a resistance or support line. This is something that I definitely look for when I'm day trading in the stock market. Where is the EMA indicator? Now, granted, my trading style is a little different than everyone else you're going to see on YouTube. It's very similar to what volatility does. And now Garage Day Trader has adopted this trading style. In doing so, his percentage has gone through the roof as far as his success rate. For when I was using, well, I mean, I still use the trading style, but I believe I had a red day on the 8th of January, and my next red day connected. All right, let me. I think OBS disconnected on me. Let me make sure if everyone can still see me. Oops. Okay, I think we're good. Whoopsie. Which EMA do you use? 25. It's the 5 EMA. It's the 5 EMA. It stopped for 5 seconds. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. It said disconnected, and now we are back. So awesome. What was we? Oh yeah. So yeah, red 8th of January and was green until the end of March. Yeah. So about 2 months green consecutively. Can't complain about that. Let's go ahead and draw this out, shall we? Boom. Let's go ahead and just take this right here. Have a squeeze. So we are somewhat of an ascending triangle. But yeah, we are getting close to it needing to squeeze up. Granted, the EMA indicator is holding it down currently. So, you know, that's definitely something you want to look out for. Not only does it need to hold the trend line, it needs to break over this resistance of the indicator. But additionally, if it does break the EMA indicator, you want to ensure that it breaks it, it comes up, and then it comes back down for a healthy pullback and creates the EMA as a support line. That's very important. You don't want it to come up and then break right through the EMA again. That didn't really help us whatsoever. So, okay, is there anything else? Any other cryptocurrencies? Any stocks? I mean, I'll look at stocks as well, tokens, really anything that you guys want me to look for. I'm more than happy to do so. I'm very glad to be here with everybody. It's been a good break, so it's definitely nice to be back. Theta doesn't sound, it's a token. Let's go ahead and look at the USD. So under the EMA indicator, okay. Whoop. Boom, there we go. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Had a push and momentum here. I'm not sure if that was bot momentum. But a push, pullback. So we did have a bear flag formation, but it broke out the bear flag. If we actually go ahead, bring it right here. So when it pulled back down, it would have needed to stay below this to be a successful bear flag, but it broke above it. So that shows that it's still bullish. That's good. Additionally, it is holding the ascension. Alyssa, awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good night. It is awesome. Sorry, I forgot the English language there for a second. It's awesome to see you. Thank you so much. Shout out your biggest fans. I had no idea. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Oh man, that's awesome. My biggest fan. That's cool, man. That's cool. That's awesome. Oh man, that just brought a smile on my face, man. That's too cool. That's too cool. Flat top fury. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't even know where I was at, man. I was having too much fun for that. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for that. That's good. With investing and with crypto and all this, man, it gets too serious. People get too serious about it. When's the next spike going to occur? Am I going to become a millionaire? But it's nice to laugh sometimes. I love people that really just bring laughs to the table. That's awesome. Yeah, with this token, we broke out the bear flag, but we did break out of it. We came above the EMA, but as soon as we broke out of the EMA, we pulled right below it, and then it turned back into a resistance. So with this, yes, we are holding the trend line, but we are below the EMA. I would look to see, is this daily candle right here going to break? The reason I say that is, yes, we did have the bear flag, but now we have a bull flag. So we have the push up, and we're currently going over. If it holds this candle, I don't see why it couldn't push up and break the EMA. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Because you always want to look at, yes, there's a bear flag formation, but now there's a bull flag formation. Always be in the mind of the different side. Is it, what are the bulls thinking? What are the bears thinking? It's really just seeing what are people looking at. Yes, I could hear what people are thinking about a stock or however, and yes, they think it's going to moon because, of course, every stock is going to moon or go to Mars or however. But when I look at the candles, I see exactly what people are thinking. I see people didn't want this to push back down to hold the bear flag. They wanted to push up. And now we have a bull flag formation. They don't want it to break the bull flag formation. It came down and it popped back up. It's holding the trend line. They want to break over this EMA indicator. That's what I see. So it really just comes down to breaking and it really goes with the stock market as well. I could pull up any stock chart and show you the same stuff. I mean, it's going off the EMA, it's going off the VWAP. Those are very important indicators. And then any type of formations. Is it a cup and handle? Is it an inverse cup and handle? These are things that you want to look at as well. It's not only cup and handles, bull flags, bear flags, head and shoulders. Those are also other formations that you want to take a look at. But with that said, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer. If anyone doesn't, I'm probably going to eat my leftover chilies. I think I have... What do I have? I have a cookie and some ice cream. I'm definitely excited about that. I haven't eaten my fajitas yet, so I'll probably dig into those. I'm definitely excited about that. Gotta go. Got my writing sign in, I think, for the show. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. Always awesome to have you here. Thank you so much. Got to get on your writing assignment. That's awesome. I actually took a break from college. I do need to complete my master's, but I'm having too much fun with cryptocurrency. So, disappointing my family, but, with cryptocurrency, it's more fun than psychology. Even though it has psychology built into it. I'm having more fun dealing with cryptocurrency than having to do assignments. But stay in school, kids. Stay in school. It's very important. Do you think that Satoshi? It's really hard to say. Honestly, I think the real Satoshi is the one that, like you said earlier, is just going to shrug it off. They're not going to say, I am Satoshi, give me attention, I'm your lord and leader, or however. The real Satoshi is going to be the guy that's kind of like behind the curtain, just like, what's going on. It's not someone that's going to fully advocate that they are this individual. That's who I believe the real Satoshi is. It's definitely not McAfee. That guy, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He's not Satoshi. I don't know what he is, to be honest. He's some type of weird hybrid of Lord of the Rings type deal. Like I don't know. Like he's there, but he's not there. I don't know. I'm not hating on the guy. He is very intellectual in what he does, but he's just really begging for attention. I don't know. Oh, Hexo stock? Okay. Hexo. Okay, I haven't heard of this recently. Yeah, this isn't something that's popped on the day trading. Well, actually, I take that back. I think it has. I think this is something that I put in the pre-market. Yeah, as we can see right here, we had the break of the high. That might be the all-time high right here. Yeah, we did have the break, and we had the push up in momentum. There's going to be a pullback, of course. I definitely believe that. It's okay. So it's a cannabis stock. Cannabis has been very interesting all the way back to when TLRY just got a master no reward. Awesome. TLRY broke. Well, it didn't break it. It hit $300. Everyone thought it was going to go to a zillion or however, and then within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it was back to 150. So with the legalization of states, across the country, everyone is getting very excited with cannabis stocks. Now, one thing that, and also AU. One thing that I want to point out is, so for this, the analysis on this is it is above the EMA. There's going to be a pullback. It's holding the trend line right here. But again, there is going to be a pullback. A lot of people are going to have FOMO when it comes to this stock because, yes, it has spiked up. A lot of day traders are going to be looking at it just because, yes, it is now above $10. Industrial traders will be looking at it. And because it is above the EMA, and I'm sure it's above the VWAP, they are going to be trading it for the bullish stance. Now, with that said, let me look what this is doing. So HEMP is a stock that the garage... Oh, wow, it actually spiked up a good amount. I looked at the stock back when it was 2 cents. I know the garage day trader is holding this stock currently, and he may have made a good amount of money on this push right here. Now, hemp is very low priced, and it is geared towards cannabis. So a lot of people are going to be looking at it because, hey, I can buy a zillion shares for $10 because it's only 2 cents. Awesome. I think I'm going to go that route. So I would keep an eye on this one as well. It doesn't have the publicity that the others do, like TLRY, the other one that we just looked at. But, you know, again, people are interested in cannabis, and they are going to go to the lower price stock. That's just kind of how it is. AU. Let's see. Yeah, this has a... This is... Yeah, if I'm looking at the correct one, I'm not sure, Johnny, if this is the one that... This is AU that I'm looking at right now. But currently broke through the EMA, so there's probably going to be downward movement. AU should be gold. Yep. Yeah, I thought I was looking at the wrong thing. Why am I not seeing this? I may be putting this in wrong. Yeah, gold isn't something I normally look at, so let me figure this out. I'm gonna be on features with it. No. Huh. Well. Oh, I might be wrong on AU. No, it's something around there. Let's see, gold index. GC. Okay. Thank you, Alyssa. I was having difficulty with that one. Oh. Let's just go here. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not one to deal with gold. Just because this isn't a day trading commodity. GC1. Is that the... Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Alyssa. Such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. I haven't heard from you in quite some time, unfortunately. So I hope everything's going well. Broke over the EMA, holding the trend line. Hopefully it pulls back down, holds the EMA, pushes through, breaks through this downward EMA right here. As far as gold, it's not something I deal with a lot. Just because, yes, it is a highly priced commodity, but it's something that I don't believe has a high return on investment necessarily. I mean, yes, if you bought $1 million worth, then possibly, but I became a vampire, that's why I'm showing it this late night. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I believe your time zone is definitely not Eastern, I don't believe. But yeah, always awesome to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. Always awesome to see you. But yeah, gold, you know, it's moving. It broke through the EMA. That shows it's bullish. So it got out of any type of bear flag formation that was forming right here. As you can see, we pushed down, and then let me go ahead and bring over the horizontal right here. If it would have held below this and continued down, but actually broke through and broke the EMA, which was a resistance, so it could continue to go up. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time, only way to be. Man, I love the West Coast. I miss the West Coast so much. Oh, man. Beautiful time zone. But Eastern Standard Time, yeah, basically everything's set off of that. But yeah, 1 hour ahead of Eastern Standard Time. Okay, all right. Nice, nice. Right. Yeah, the West Coast is so beautiful. It really is. Maryland's nice because, you know, you're near Baltimore, so you get a lot of action. You know, there's a lot of fireworks. I mean, granted, it's not fireworks, it's gunfire, but, you know, you can imagine that it is fireworks, I guess. You know, but again, there's nothing compared to the West Coast. I don't know. Like here, it gets muggy as can be. You know, you wash your car, and then it rains for 5 seconds and ruins it. And then it just, you know, somehow it's like a toaster oven. It gets muggy, and as soon as you walk outside, you're all sticky. And I know everyone loves, you know, that for some reason, I guess. But I don't know. The West Coast is just, I don't know. Tesla. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Tesla's always something very interesting. Yeah, down the toilet again. You know, I've day traded Tesla in the past, but if it's not one thing, it's another with Tesla. It really is. You know, I just don't know what to say with Tesla. I really don't. I don't know. You know, Elon, he's always doing something. He's always doing something. I don't know, things that he's done in the past. You could go to prison for doing, you know, but I don't know. He's just still there somehow. I don't know. He may be. No, I doubt it, but he's something. Elon's just something. He really is. He's entertaining. He's entertaining. He's very entertaining. You know, but I don't know. So yeah, technical analysis on Tesla. They're down again. I don't know. I just stay away from Tesla, to be honest. I truly do. I've day traded them in the past before. I've made money. I've lost money off them. But overall, my students, I tell them, just stay away from Tesla. It's just so unpredictable. It truly is. Is there a good scanner to show the top investment trends, or where all the big money is moving, and whether it's stock, gold, however? Let me see. Oh, ASU. What is ASU? Let's see. I don't I don't believe this is what you... We taking a look right here. If this is it right here, this is very low amount of movement. I mean daily movement. Yes, there was a spike up here, possibly some news. Oh, Arizona State University. Whoopsies. I'm guessing it's Arizona State University. I could be wrong. What do we have? Does it explain where the money is going? Warren Buffett. Oh wow, I missed a lot in the chat. My bad. Let's see. I mean, yeah, you can look at Warren Buffett's what he's holding in his portfolio right now. You just Google Warren Buffett holdings, it comes up. I know he was very invested in Sirius XM, I believe. Arizona State. So I was looking at Arizona State for their psychology program. It wasn't really geared towards what I wanted. I wanted to go towards clinical psychology, but I am unable to just because I'm not able to go out to do like the on-campus stuff. So I went with New Hampshire. Yeah, New Hampshire University. I'm having fun there. I'm about 6 classes away from my master's, so I can't complain. Warren Buffett, yeah, he holds a good amount, and Sirius he did. Now, as far as a good scanner to show the top investment trends, it really just comes down to what type of investing you want to do. Is this like a daily, like a momentum scanner? There's swing trading scanners out there. Basically, scanners, you can critique them to how you want them. If you want them to look for swing trading positions, day trading positions, or however. But as far as the top investment trends, as far as a trend, it would be cryptocurrency. There's a lot of people that we don't know of that have a lot of money that invest in cryptocurrency. So I want to see what the times are moving their money into. It's going to be cryptocurrency. A lot of them don't project it because they're probably going to get, a lot of people are going to say, why are you investing in that? Cryptocurrency is so unstable, blah, 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 blah. But that's where you're going to get your greatest return on investment, especially since Bitcoin is shown its potential and now it went down to 3,000 and then now it's building its way back up. So yes, you can have the mentality of Warren Buffett where he's very old school, like cryptocurrency. It's just not in his decade or his generation. His generation doesn't understand cryptocurrency, and that's fair. I mean, he's a billionaire, so I have nothing. I can't say anything negative about his trading style. I'm just saying he's not from the generation where they care about cryptocurrency and what's cryptocurrency. Who cares? It's kind of like when I was talking to my grandmother, and she, I was trying to tell her about Bitcoin, and she's like, "Oh, that's cool, honey. Well, I don't care." They just don't care. So, yeah, exactly. He's a dividends reinvestor. That's basically what he basically looks at a stock, looks at a company, he values it before he even looks at the price that it trades for, and then that's how he develops his analysis. So that's the way he does things. That's worked for him, and I'm happy for him. That's perfect. But as far as the new generation millionaires, billionaires, a lot of them are looking at cryptocurrency because they see the return on investment. And that's what investors do. They look at the return on investment. So, I mean, you're looking at people that invested in XRP when it was 0.002 cents. I mean, even experience points went all the way up to about half a cent, which, I mean, the developers made a lot of money. That's basically what I can say. They basically became millionaires overnight. So that's something that you want to look into. Don't focus so much on Bitcoin. Yes, you want to look at Bitcoin as far as the movement of other cryptos, but not as far as an investing point of view. Yes, you can make money off of Bitcoin itself, but that's not where the return on investment is going to be. Rich Dad Poor Dad. I had the ability to sit down with a millionaire, and he spoke with me in regards to investing as far as mutual funds. He was really into mutual funds. He was a very busy guy, so he just put all of his money into mutual funds, and that's how he made all of his money. You know, that's fair. Everyone has their own avenue that they go. Some people, like Warren Buffett, dividends is a good focus. Some mutual funds, some stock market, some forex, some cryptocurrency. However, you know, it goes on and on and on. But he was really into mutual funds, and he was very intellectual with everything. So I was able to sit down with him, really talk to him about everything, and that's when I began my venture into the stock market. So he had a lot of information, and it's really, you know, the route that you want to go. Do you want to do a secure, slow building? You'll get there eventually. Slow building, but your risk is very low. Or do you want a possibly a high risk? I mean, cryptocurrency in general is high risk. It really is. You know, a coin project could be there today and gone tomorrow. That's kind of how it is. We all know that risk because it's not regulated, but it is high reward. So more risk, more reward. That goes with stock market. If I'm trading 4,000 shares, yeah, the risk is going to be higher, but my reward is going to be substantially higher than only trading 100 shares. S&P is very interesting. I did, well, I mean, basically, we'll go ahead and take a look at it right here. You can actually see my past analysis on it. This is old stuff, but back when it was down here, someone came up to me, a very high-level investor, and they said, Jonathan, what do you think about the S&P? Is it going to ever go back up? And I said, of course it will. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind it will go back up. And that was back in this range. Yes, it came back a little bit more, but then you can see that it's coming back up and more likely going to break the all-time high. So we have the all-time high, about 23. What, did we break the... yeah, I mean, we're right there. So with S&P 500, it's going to continue to go up. Is it going to break it? Absolutely. It's going to continue. It's probably going to break 300. But again, we are approaching the summer months. The summer months are very slow trading. A lot of day traders are going to get really pissed off because it's just slow trading. The summer months get slower. Then once we hit August, September, we start ramping up again. One of my best months was in September. I made a lot of money in September. Very happy about it. I mean, a lot of money in September. So, sell in May and go away. That's something I actually saw where exchange can be there and gone tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, sell in May and go away. That's something that I heard. And you got to think about it. The high level investors. You got to think about it. They're not trading year round. They made a lot of money. They made a lot of money at the beginning of the year. May, the kids are out of school. They go on summer vacation. They don't want to deal with the stock market and stuff. The stock market can get very stressful. And then once the kids get back in school, August, September, that's when they hit the ground running again. So it's really about building that nest egg. A lot of people ask me, and I was actually talking with an individual, and he is a full-time trader. He's a full-time trader. He doesn't have a day job. However, I was speaking with him, and he asked me, Jonathan, are you a full-time trader? Is this what you do 24/7? And I said, no, I'm not a full-time trader. I don't trade 24/7. I got other things that I do. And it was basically, he was looking down on it. Like, you're not a full-time trader, man? What, you don't make a lot of money? Look, why would I abandon almost making $100,000 a year to call myself a full-time trader because I think it has some type of level of prestige? Why would I do that? I think a lot of people have this misinterpretation of full-time trader. Oh, be full-time trader. I need to be in the stock market from 9:30 Eastern to 4 Eastern. I need to be trading everything I see. No, you don't. My student, Adam, he trades the first 15 minutes and he makes a lot of money. That's all he needs to do. That's all I need to do. I need to trade the first 15 minutes and I'm done. Why do I need to just stop doing everything in my life because I feel like I need to trade the market 24/7? You don't need that. You don't need that to call yourself like a profitable trader or a full-time trader. You don't have to do that. And it's also, let's say, the only thing you did was trading and you're a full-time trader. A lot of people have this idea that calling yourself a full-time trader, you're making zillions of dollars. You can live with your parents and make $200 a month full-time trading, be a full-time trader, and that's all you need. You're a full-time trader, you make only $200, but that's all you need. You know, so a lot of people don't really think about it like that. Yeah, keeping health benefit. Health is very, very expensive. XLNX. I'm not familiar with that one, but we will take a look. NX. So NX. Wow. What happened here? XLNX. Am I looking at the correct thing here? Looks like we had to push the all-time high. Excuse me, and then this huge drop in pre-market. When you have a gap like this, it's normally a movement that occurs in pre-market. This is just showing the daily candles. It has a very big spread. I mean, this is 23 points. There's something odd about this. Yeah, there's something very odd about this stock. The spread is huge. This reminds me of, what was that? I forget what it was, but it had a T12 halt, which basically means if you have a T12 halt, you're screwed. Buying opportunity or a pump from media to dump. I just don't like this stock overall. I don't like it whatsoever. I mean, look at this. If you were to buy this stock at the bid, you would immediately be down 23 points, which means if you bought 100 shares, you would immediately be down $2,300. I don't like this whatsoever, whatever it is. So that's CMG. CMG, isn't that Chipotle? Yeah. CMG is very, yeah. Wow. I love Chipotle, don't get me wrong. But being valued at over $700, that's the, wow. I guess. I guess. Yeah, at one time it was $40. It's below the EMA. The EMA is going off of the previous movement. But it's just so overvalued. In my mind, it's so overvalued. Yes, Chipotle has a large chain. Don't get me wrong. Their finances, they've had great earnings reports. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I mean, there was one in the past that was bad. It did drop about 50 points or so. Overall, they're a good business. Also, a McDonald's sister company. Possibly. I'd have to double look. Yep, they need a split. McDonald's started them. Oh, okay. Digital sales double. Yeah, again, they do have good earnings reports. But 700, this is coming up on the price of Amazon. Is this equivalent to Amazon? I just don't know. I mean, you can even see right here, this is a movement within the pre-market. So it closed here and it opened up here. And there wasn't really even a pullback from it. I'm just waiting for this thing to go down, to be honest. This is a shorter's dream right here. You were in Chipotle and BWLD. Isn't that Buffalo Wild Wings, I believe? I can memorize some of the tickers, but there's thousands of tickers. So I kind of lose track. And then especially like when anyone comments, when you leave something, the ticker could be for a stock, it could be for a coin, it could be for a token. So I kind of try to figure it out as we go. ABBV. Let's see what we got here. Wow, look at this pull all the way down. I mean, yeah, it's still holding the trend line. But what a pullback right here. Yeah, it's starting to squeeze. I can already tell that. And one thing that I said earlier is this EMA indicator. You see how the candlestick came down, touched the EMA, and then pushed back up? The EMA is either going to be a support line or it's going to be a resistance line. That's something that we all have to keep in mind. But also I touched on false breaks. As you can see, this candle, there's a false break. So yes, it opened up, it came, it did a false break, and then it pulled back down. So always keep those in mind. Where's the EMA at? Where's the VWAP at? And is there a false break that is occurring or may occur? And that just goes back to when I touched on Bitcoin. I said, look for Bitcoin. If a false break occurs, you want to see if it's going to push back to this EMA. So that's one thing that I told everyone to keep in mind. Now, granted, the false break did not occur, and as we can see, that we had this huge push up right here. But yes, those are really big indicators to think of, because that's the psychology of the bulls. The bulls, when they break a candle, they want a huge push up in momentum. When there's a slight momentum push and it basically stalls out, if we look at the minute candles, a lot of people are just going to dump their shares and going to take profits because they feel like it's not going anywhere. It's not going to push up any further. Investment group is now owned by Wendy's, I think. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see, MO. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at MO right here. Let's see. So MO is tobacco, I believe. Computer's coming alive again. Below the EMA, huge pullback in the pre and after market. Wow. And then right here we have a false break. So I mean, that's interesting that the false break occurred and it closed the gap right here. I mean, the gap has been closed. So yes, a false break could occur and it could continue to go back down. Oh, it's Marlboro? Gotcha. Yeah, I thought it was tobacco. Yeah, the thing with tobacco in general is it will continue to grow. That's just it will. You know. So yeah, it's not giving us the bid and the ask, because in the market close, it's not going to be very accurate. Let's see. XOM dividend yield year to date. XOM. Oh, Exxon Mobil. I should have known that. Yeah, Exxon. Yeah, I know, like with all these different commodities, Don Fron show, really good guy. You know, I keep in touch with him a good amount. He deals with a lot of natural gas. So he looks at, you know, how that's moving. It's something that he really specializes in. So when it comes to commodities, you know, I take a look at them periodically, but it's not something that I specifically hone in on. The reason that I like day trading is I look at different stocks every single day. Of course, people are going to look at, you know, similar ones. Maybe a lot of people like Tesla, or they like Netflix or Facebook, or however. But every day brings new opportunity. That's why I love that. GoPro. GPRO. Excuse me. Wow, GoPro had a big pullback. As we can see, we broke out this bear flag formation right here. Came down, came over. Still below the EMA indicator. But one thing that I'm seeing right here, and I touch on all the time, is, yep, there was a false break that occurred. So we came down, pushed down, had a false break, and then we pushed up to this area. So if I haven't said it enough, if I had $1 for every time if I said false break, I had another $1, then I'd probably buy, I don't know, a GTR probably. But yeah, look out for those false breaks. That's very important. Now we did have this push back down, looking for a closed gap. So we needed to get up a little bit closer, just see how it reacts to this false break right here. Now as far as the dividend yield, dividends are nice as far as people that have a lot of margin, a lot of money that they want to put into a stock. They want dividends because they don't want to deal with the stock market. They just know, hey, Ford is cool. I want to invest in Ford, and you know they're going to pay me dividends for the shares that I hold. Cool. The thing is with dividends, they're giving out money that they could be reinvesting into the project. So that's a way to look at it. Again, it's really the avenue that you want to go investing. Do you want to look at something that has dividends, that you get money periodically, or do you want something that doesn't do dividends, but it could have a good amount of movement on the stock price itself? So it's just different things to look at. Do you want to go stock market solely, or do you want to look into cryptocurrency? It's really about holding your options. You want to have your options there. You don't want to just have one source of income. Everyone wants to say that they're a full-time day trader or something like that. I guess it's cool. You might get the girls with it, or the guys, I don't know. But you want to have multiple sources of income. That's really where it's at. That's why you see a lot of day traders, or a lot of traders, investors in general. They have all these books that come out. That's passive income. They want the passive income. And I'm not here to judge, If you want to be real about it and, make a chat room or however, just ensure that you have the mentality that you want to help people. You shouldn't be there just to make money basically off the back of people that believe in you, that believe in your analysis. You always want to keep it genuine. So masternodes are or were like rental houses. Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a passive income. That's very true. You set it up and then you're good to go. Artificial intelligence, and cannabis industries. Yeah, everyone's always going to be about the cannabis, of course. Artificial intelligence, that's awesome. Electrical vehicles, yeah. Because with electrical vehicles, we're getting away from the non-renewable resources and trying to integrate renewable resources. It's kind of like a wave into the future. So, yeah, absolutely. Wow, we have been going for almost 3 hours now. So, yeah, wow, okay. Let me go ahead and bring Mr. Kitty back on the screen. Where are we at? Boom. There we are. One thing the average millionaire has in common with most of them is 7 different income streams. Yeah, that's true. The income streams. That's truly what it's about. I tell people that all the time. Don't focus solely on one thing. Yes, if you're passionate about something, do it. Because you would rather be passionate about something and have to just grind it out for it to become an income than have an income and you hate your life and you have to deal with a crap boss and all this crap. You really want to set yourself up for success to be able to work for yourself. Now, working for yourself, you have to have a lot of discipline. Don't get me wrong. You're not going to have someone on your shoulder yelling at you that you need to get this done. And working for yourself, you're not going to have a promised income. It's not like working on salary where you're going to have a promised income. Yes, there's risk and reward. The reward is you work for yourself. You have the potential to make a lot of money, but that's the reward. But the risk is you might not have a paycheck for a month or two or a year. But you just have to put it all in perspective. Is the risk worth the reward? Awesome. Thank you, Johnny. I really do appreciate everyone tuning in. Everyone's time's very valuable, and I really do appreciate the time that you've taken out of your day to be here with me. It really means the world to me. It truly does. I'm very glad to be back into the Lone Wolf channel. Of course, I'll still be on your Crypto Daily, but being back with everybody, just saying thank you so much for the support. Go ahead and get a lowdown of where we are sitting currently. So, with the sub counter, we're at 575 subs. I can't believe that. That's awesome. Wow. Mr. Kitty, always excited. His face is stuck that way, but that's okay. And then the followers on Twitter, 835. We're almost to 1,000. Almost to it. Wow, we just went up 2 more. I just got excited there for a second. So, very excited. Definitely follow us on Twitter. Look for the alerts that we have. Look for the analysis that we have. We're not projecting it that, hey, Bitcoin's going to be $1 zillion. Follow me on Twitter and I'll make you a zillionaire. Or something like that. We're just going to give it to you how it is. Let me go back over here. Check out Lone Wolf. Awesome. Thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you so much for posting everything, man. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate the time that you've taken out to post everything, to give everyone a heads up on everything. Spectre Security, look out for Spectre Security. This is something that I truly advocate. Yes, Bitcoin and Litecoin are going to become more in value. I can promise you that. Yeah, obviously. But the altcoins is where the money is at. I'm going to say that now. I said that a year ago. I've said that years ago. And I'm going to say it again. And then once it happens, I'm going to say it again. And hopefully someone listened to me along the way. So I know where my portfolio stands. I just tell everyone, keep building your portfolio. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. You're still within that pre-investor state. We have the innovators. We have the pre-investors. Of course, we have the innovators that kind of come along with all the FOMO and stuff. You know, right now we're in prime time. We're able to get the prices that we want. So when everything spikes up, we're making a good amount of return on our initial investments. I want everyone to obtain financial freedom. Money isn't happiness. Trust me, it's not happiness. You're not going to be happy with all the money in the world. Trust me, no happiness. It's just, no. But it will give you freedom. It'll give you freedom to make the life how you want, to really enjoy life. Life is too short. It truly is. But I promise you, money is not happiness. You're not going to be happy thinking that you're going to have a mansion. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. But I want everyone to have the financial freedom to live the life how they want. Spend time with your family. Family is very important. That's the people that are there for you. You know, there's really not so much more to say. Just live life to the fullest. It's too short. It truly is. And I want everyone to obtain the ability to be financially free. That's really it. So again, thank you all so much for the support. I gotta go eat some Chili's because I am starving. I think that, you know, I've definitely said a lot within this 3 hours. I probably talked everyone's ear off, but thank you for putting up with me. Yeah, money gives one an ability to choose their life. Yeah, that's true, Ross. And thank you so much for tuning in. I do truly appreciate it, and appreciate all the support with Spectre Security. You guys are doing a great job. You truly are. Yeah, money gives you the freedom. It gives you the financial freedom. It really does. And that's what, yeah, Brenda. I need to see that movie again. I need to see if that's on Netflix. I don't think it is, but I need to check it out. I love that movie. But yeah, it gives you the freedom to live life how you want. It really does. So on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. I mean, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. It means the world to me. It really does. This is Jonathan. I have Mr. Kitty over there and the cool sunglasses with Lone Wolf Day Trading and Stay Green.